Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hive, the campus of Upperman High School in Baxter, Tennessee, where we are set for a pivotal District 7 AAA doubleheader as one of the area's oldest rivalries is renewed, and Livingston Academy takes on Upperman. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Thrilled to be joined by my friend Hallie Ledbetter, the lovely Madison McKay, producing things for us this evening. And we're moments away from tip-off and the premier girls basketball rivalry, maybe in the entire state, certainly in the Upper Cumberland, as the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats, under head coach Leslie Riddle, with a 13-5 overall record, 1-0 in the district, take on the 16-2 Upperman Lady Bees, under head coach Dana McWilliams. They are also 1-0 in what is inarguably the top AAA district in the state of Tennessee. We welcome you into the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. Tonight's broadcast is presented by our friends at Nick's Restaurant and the Overton County Farm Bureau. Hallie, you've played in this matchup. We've been around this matchup for years. It doesn't get much bigger in the regular season if you're playing for Livingston, if you're playing for Upperman, than when you get to face off against your rivals about 30 minutes apart.
This was always my favorite place to come and play. The fans make the game in these rivalries. I think that this was always my favorite rivalry. Of course, I'm from Livingston, so I liked it a little more because I'm from there. But even you see people coming in and out of here that aren't even from this area. You see people, I've had people come from out of state to watch these types of games because this is such a great game. And, you know, it brings on a little bit as a player, you know, a little bit of stress because you gotta play to your best of potential in these games because it's big. I mean, Livingston, Upperman's always been big. And it always will be. And I think that that's something that, you know, as a player, it just brings a little bit more stress.
Part of the reason this game is so big is because these teams are so good. In this girls' basketball game, these two teams, as I mentioned, the record, 16-2 for Upperman, 13-5 for Livingston. Livingston, though, has won 8 straight games in the state. They went and really challenged themselves in South Carolina, played 3 great teams in the tournament, went 0-3 there, but within the in-state competition, they've been very good. These are 2 of the perennial powerhouses, both in the Glass House last year. Both fell to Jackson Southside in that tournament. Upperman in the first round, Livingston in the championship game. Both teams with their sights set on a return trip to Murfreesboro, and a big part of that is putting yourselves in a better position when you get into the postseason. That's why this game is so important. This district is absolutely loaded. 6 teams in it. The top 2 teams at the end of the regular season are going to get a first-round bye in the district tournament. That ensures your place in the Final Four and a spot in the region tournament where you get to face outside competition, which is a very welcome thing when you're playing in this district. And a game like this tonight could go a long way towards determining that postseason position.
If we don't see one of them in the state championship, we will see someone from this district.
It's a safe bet. Every year, somebody from 7 AAA. And listen, they've met, of course, several times every year. They met 4 times a year ago in this gym. Livingston came in and won. It was a huge third quarter for Ellie Butler. They won the game. Upperman won the last 3. In the last 10, Upperman 8-2, but throw the records out the window tonight. We've got a good one on tap and all the action when we come back. Coverage of this game is presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. We're moments away from tip-off here in Baxter. It is round number 1 this year. Livingston against Upperman. It is a doubleheader. The boys' game very interesting as well. Coming up following the conclusion of this one, I'm Noah McKay. She's Hallie Ledbetter. Madison McKay producing things for us as the lights go down here in Baxter, and they play an impressive pregame video package that features all of their accolades and state tournaments, district tournaments, state championships. It's a very full trophy case to our left. It's also a pretty full trophy case when you are in Hogeye country, where we will be in a couple of weeks for round 2 of this one. You understand that this is the first game of what will, without a doubt, be at least 2 meetings. Very potentially could be 3, 4, even 5 meetings between these 2 teams. And there's no shortage of stars on the floor, many of them in the starting lineup, which is as follows. For the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats under Leslie Riddle, a 13-5 overall record, 1-0 in District 7 AAA. Starting number 1, Mallie Carwile. Number 14, Keely Mullins. Number 20, Chloe Jenkins. Number 22, Mallie Jean Coleman. And number 24 is Ellie Butler. The starting lineup for the Upperman Lady Bees under head coach Dana McWilliams with a 16-2 overall record, 1-0 in District 7 AAA. It's the Bellas, the Gracies, and Taylor. Number 4, Bella Mullins. Number 5, Bella Stiles. Number 11, Gracie Hamilton. Number 12, Taylor Delenti. And number 22, Gracie Butler. Once again, the starters for Livingston Academy: Carwile, Mullins, Jenkins, Coleman, and Butler. The starters for Upperman: Mullins, Stiles, Hamilton, Delenti, and Butler. And the 2 leading scorers for this team, Hallie, have both been very good this season. For Livingston Academy, Ellie Butler, the junior, rapidly ascending the all-time scores at Livingston Academy. But the sophomore, we called her a sharpshooter. That's what she was last year. Now really a complete player. Taylor Delenti for the Upperman Lady Bees. Maybe whoever's team star has the best game is the team that's victorious tonight.
You know, both of those players are, the leading scorers on these teams, but they have a lot of scorers to follow behind them. If you don't have a great game coming out of Butler or Delenti, you will have a great game coming out of Mallie Carwile, like you saw last Friday, or the Mullins, or anything like that. Like, you have these players that are following in behind them, and you've got, obviously these leading scorers doing what they need to do.
And the question for Upperman in this game is today the day where Gracie Butler roars back into form. If you recall, it was against Livingston in the district tournament where she really burst onto the scene last year, exploded in that game at Tennessee Tech. They could use it for Livingston Academy. They're starting to feel a lot more comfortable because they've had their point guard back in for a couple of weeks. Mallie Jean Coleman returned to the lineup after getting injured in that first game against Soddy Daisy. She played in South Carolina. She played against Cumberland County. Obviously a big win for the Lady Wildcats, that 53-52 victory. They had to come back in the final minute to defeat Cumberland County on the road. A tough thing to do in 7 AAA. They're trying to back that up with another very tough thing to do. Maybe with a nod to Livingston and Sparta, one of the toughest home court advantages in the area here in Baxter. Keely Mullins against Gracie Butler in the circle. Let's get it on in Baxter. Lead official throws it up. Mullins wins the tip, and Mallie Jean Coleman possesses into the front court. Coleman gives off to Ellie Butler as Upperman settles into the man-to-man set. We expect both teams to quickly transition into their zone sets, in which they are arguably the top 2 zones in the 3A classification. Mallie Jean Coleman sets up on the top of the key. We're 20 seconds into the opening quarter here in Baxter. Butler going to send it over to Keely Mullins. She's picked up by Butler. Left side to Coleman. Mallie Jean Coleman sends the pass over to Mallie Carwile. She had a good game, as you mentioned, against Cumberland County on Friday night. Keely Mullins gives off, and floating back is Mallie Jean. On the edge of that B logo at center court. That one intercepted by Gracie Butler, and now it's a foot race. The sophomore Butler goes coast to coast for 2.
That's something you always have to watch out for as a safety, like Mallie Jean tried to do there. You don't want to foul. especially at the beginning of the game. Picking up those fouls is really detrimental for the end.
And now full court pressure time here for the Lady Bees. They lean in on those guards, and it works as Hamilton gets the steal, and Mally Jean Coleman will pick up the first foul of the game. A couple of turnovers here in the opening minute for Livingston. We're just settling in. 1 minute in, it's 2-0. Keep letting us know in the comment section who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Thanks to Nick's Restaurant and Overton County Farm Bureau for being the presenting sponsors of tonight's game. Left side pass Delenti. She dribbles baseline. Taylor Delenti gets inside and finishes for two.
Delenti's one of those people, they probably watched the film from the other night, seeing that she knocked down 6 threes. You've got to get out on her and cover that. I'd rather have her have the layup than the three on that.
Coleman works it into the front court as Livingston tries to settle in on the road. Upperman knows this team beat them in their house a year ago. They didn't take that lightly. They're trying to defend their home floor. In this district, you got to win your home games and steal a couple on the road. Both of these teams have won a road game in the district already. So a lot on the line here in game number 2 as that one's going to be knocked by Hamilton right to Keely Mullins, though Mullins with numbers if she hurries. Fires a rocket across that ricochets around. Fight on the floor. There's the jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to belong to the Lady Bees with 6:15 to go in the first quarter. Erica's watching and cheering on Livingston. Sydney's here for the Bees. Janie is watching from Alpine, cheering on Hawkeye. It's going to be a split crowd tonight, just like it is here in the gym. The students are here in force. As Bella Mullen sends off right side to Bella Stiles. Stiles works it around, trying to set up a set play, it appears. Hamilton looks to line up the three, instead dribbles left side to Delenti. Delenti back to Butler. Gracie Butler off the dribble, kicks out to Stiles. Stiles finds Hamilton, now left side Taylor Delenti. Lady Cats in a man-to-man set as well. Hamilton lines up the long three. No good off the back of the rim. Mullins with a nice rebound. And here comes LA the other way in transition. Mally Jean Coleman shielding off the defender. Now flips back to Mullins. She can shoot the lights out. Drives inside instead. Throws up the shot. No. Rebounded by Bella Mullins. Now Bella Mullins turns and burns into the front court. Back and forth. Bella Mullins with speed. Throws up the shot. No. Defended off that time by Butler. Here comes Coleman the other way, back and forth in transition, trying to fire it in. Stiles gets a big hand in there, fighting for it. Stiles has possession. Now there's the tie up and the jump, and the possession arrow this time belongs to the road team.
That's something with both these teams. They're both quick. They both have those girls that get up and down in transition really quick, so you're going to have those turnovers or you're going to have those fast break layups.
Mally Jean Coleman going to inbound from the second P in that Upperman logo or spell out. Now Carwile has it. Carwile hands off to Coleman as Coach Riddle gives the play call. We're 3 minutes into the ball game, 4-0 Upperman. Lots of twists and turns anticipated tonight. Keely Mullins, little mid-range bunny jumper, no. Rebounded by Delenti. And here comes Mullins ahead. Mullins with a full court pass to Butler. Butler spins inside, blocked in a foul. Ellie Butler going to be called for the personal foul. That's the second team foul against Livingston. And Gracie Butler going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. First free throw for Gracie Butler rattles home and is good. She's got 3 points already, and that's some player we mentioned pregame, Hallie. A player that they're looking to get rolling offensively in a district play. Second one, no good. Jenkins comes away with the rebound. And now a chance for Livingston. Slow start offensively, but they only trail by 5 at 5-0. Coleman with it. Mally Jean Coleman surveys the floor as they try to set up the play. Now activates inside to the low block. Coleman throws up the shot and gets the call. This one going to go on Gracie Hamilton, and an opportunity at the free throw line here for Mally Jean Coleman to shoot 2. This is going to be the Birdies Lounge free throw line for Livingston. First free throw is good, and LA is on the board off of Mally Jean Coleman, an area she's very strong at here at the charity stripe. Next one, no good. Coleman gets her own rebound to put back up, and that one good. A three-point play given on the hustle for Mally Jean Coleman. Now here's Upperman looking to answer. Right side Stiles. Stiles drives and kicks. It's knocked away from Delenti. She's able to repossess. Now Bella Mullen. She's had a really good couple of weeks at the point guard position here for Upperman. She gives off to Stiles. Stiles off to Delenti. Delenti works it around to the top of the circle. Carwile picks her up, so she goes off right side. Now back Hamilton. Hamilton to Delenti. We got 4 games going live right now across our networks. And Stiles gives to Hamilton. Hamilton fires to Mullins. And I was wondering when we would see Sadie South to the table. There she goes, the sharpshooting freshman for the Lady Bees. Delenti back off to Butler. Long possession developing. Livingston playing good defense. Butler drives and kicks to Hamilton. She Euros through, is going to get called for a travel. And possession will go back to Livingston. Sadie South to the table. The Upperman fans in attendance disagree. But I found that the official was not going to change his call, and it'll go back the other way. Carwile with it, looking at a little full court pressure. Coleman so good with the basketball in her hands as a foul will be called on Gracie Butler. First personal on Butler, second team foul against the Lady Bees as he tried to block her entryway into the half court. Butler going to inbound here. She sends it over left side to Jenkins, back to Ellie Butler. They'd love to get her in rhythm as now Coleman has it. Checking back for the new play, Mally Jean Coleman, 3.5 to go in the first quarter. It's 5-3. If you're new to the rivalry, buckle your seatbelts. This one's going to be fun. Left side, Butler. Butler, on the drive free throw line, kicks it into the corner. Mally Jean Coleman puts the dribble down, tries to fire it across, and she'll be called for a travel as she got tied up by Stiles on her entry there into the paint.
Both of these teams are really good at their ball movement. They're very unselfish. They would rather kick it to Ellie Butler like Mally just did, or out to Delenti for a 3 rather than take the layup on their own.
Upperman basketball here as Bella Mullins walks it across the timeline, and they set up in the half court. Left side, Butler. Butler from the top of the circle, backdoor to Mullins, and Bella Mullins puts it in for 2.
That was a good play.
Yeah, Mullins gave off and then cut immediately to the paint. Little lob pass inside. Now Mally Jean Coleman working it up against the press. She sends it to Butler. Butler decisively drives, throws it over her head. No, rebounded by Stiles. And now Stiles, the Campbellsville signee, muscles it over to Mullins. 4-point game. Here comes Bella Mullins with a ton of speed. And the runway opens for an easy layup. And that prompts a timeout by Leslie Riddle as the defense completely abandoned the interior, and she wants a full timeout, so we will take it with them. 2:31 to go in the first quarter. Lady Bees lead by 9. Coverage of this game is presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 2:31 to go in the first quarter. Upperman leads 9-3. 4 straight points by Bella Mullins. A little defensive breakdown in transition there, Hallie, for Livingston. Allows the easy 2. And you can't take those timeouts with you, so you might as well burn them quickly there if you're Coach Riddle.
I think that that's a good way for the girls to just, take a step back and be like, okay, well, maybe we can fix this, maybe we can fix that, or just, get back on their feet. They're maybe a little bit tired.
2.5 to go in the first quarter. Upperman's full court pressure has worked and forced several turnovers so far. Mally Carwile sends it ahead to Coleman. Coleman back to Butler. Thought about the 3, got picked up as Upperman goes into the 2-3 zone that they're so known for. Livingston has their 1-3-1 look, and they're not really those two things. They kind of appear that way at first, and then they quickly change and can do a lot of different things out of them. As Coleman gives off to Butler. She lines up the triple. No good. Rebound down to Delenti. A fight for it, and a foul is going to be called here on Keely Mullins. 3rd team foul, first personal on Mullins. And possession goes back the other way. Keep those comments firing in. Make sure you hit share if you haven't already. We're live now on the YouTube channel, Facebook page, and Twitter feed. Everywhere you can want it. One of 4 games live over on UCR2, Stone Memorial and White County on UCR3. We've got Pickett County as South lines up the 3. Pickett County against Gordonsville, and on UCR4, Smyrna taking on Cookville. District games all over the place this evening. We'll have 5 for you on Friday as Delenti puts the dribble down. Back to the scores table goes Gracie Butler. We've got 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Mullins going to drive and kick out. Delenti thought about the 3, put the dribble down, gives back out top of the circle for Gracie Hamilton. Hamilton. Back off to Delenti after picking up the dribble. Delenti tries to reset. Upperman out of sorts a little bit. Livingston trying to deny the basketball to these shooters. Hamilton from the top of the circle surveys the floor. We've got 1:10 to go in the opening quarter. A 6-point lead for the Lady Bees as Stiles has it now. Stiles awaits. Going to dribble it in herself. Now picks up. Back out to Mullins. Mullins guarded by Coleman. That is a great matchup to watch tonight. Two great point guards. Stiles now. Back out to Mullins. Upperman could hold for the last shot here if they so choose. 50 seconds on the clock. 5-0. Hamilton checks back. Yeah, I think that's exactly what Upperman's going to do. A strong first quarter so far. There's not a shot clock. They're not putting one in tonight. Left side of the secondary UHS logo is Stiles. That 5-second clock begins to tick, so she puts the dribble down. Stepping up to defend was Jenkins. She gives off now to Mullins. Mullins waits at 20 seconds. Upperman usually wants to go with about 8 seconds on the clock on these last second plays. Calling that closely guarded. Mullins able to reset the timer. 10 seconds. Mullins one-on-one with Coleman. Explodes inside. Mullins off the side of the rim. No good. Side of the backboard, rather. Stiles knocked it out of play. A chance for LA. A long, empty possession. And it's 9-3. Cora Bass going to get to the table, but she was too late. Yeah, they tried to shift from Butler to Bass, and now here comes Carwile. 3 seconds left from Allie Carwile. Going to have to put something up. Butler, this would count if it goes, which it does not. And brings us to the end of the first quarter in this rivalry district matchup. After one, it's Upperman 9, Livingston 3. Coverage of this game is presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Hone and develop your skills on the court with professional basketball player development from Legacy Athletics. Call 931-303-3356 or follow them on Instagram at legacy_athletics or on Twitter at jwinningham25 for more information today. Legacy Athletics, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Everything you need in a new home. This new construction open split bedroom plan in the Honeybrook subdivision has 1,560 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and features a tankless water heater, natural gas heat, and central air. And a new price of $304,900. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581.
Welcome back. Entering the second quarter of play here in Baxter. It's the Lady Bees with a 9-3 lead over Livingston Academy. Thanks for being with us this evening. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Hallie Ledbetter. Madison McKay producing things for us. As Bella Mullins has it, Mullins going to put the dribble down, drives inside. Mullins puts up the shot, blocked away. Went one-on-one into the air, and a good job by Emma Poston to knock it away without fouling. And now an opportunity for Livingston's looking to get it rolling offensively. Ellie Butler going to drive and kick over to Poston. Poston back to Butler. Butler sends the pass inside, now floating back out. As Daly gives off to Mullins. Mullins trying to drive on Butler, now floats back to Coleman. And Hallie, we were talking in the break about how Upperman's really selling out to slow down Ellie Butler. It worked in the first quarter. We'll see if it continues to. Coleman gives off left side. They're trying to get it to Butler in the low block. She goes to work, turns around, tries to step through, throws up the shot. No, it was disrupted by Stiles, and Bella Stiles came away with the board. Now a full court pass ahead to Hamilton. Back to Mullins as they set up in the half court. Butler on Butler. Now Hamilton with it at the top of the circle. Back to Gracie Butler. Thought about lining it up. Instead, there's Stiles. Couple of dribbles. Now back to Gracie Hamilton. We're a minute into the second quarter. Lady Bees lead 9-3. Nobody scored yet here in the frame. Now handing off through a little contact. Coleman doing her best to disrupt it, but Mullins has it. Now left side Hamilton. Hamilton gives off to Butler. Backdoor Delenti explodes inside and puts it up and in for 2.
You had mentioned that they're doing a really good job getting in front of Ellie, trying not to get her to get to the basket and get those easy layups. And I think Livingston's doing the same for Upperman. They're getting out on those shooters. You know, those layups, wide open layups, they're able to get those, but they're getting out on the shooters.
Coleman going to drive inside, lowers it in, no good. Rebound down to Hamilton. Now here comes Gracie Hamilton in an 8-point game. Hamilton weaving through traffic over to Delenti. Taylor Delenti going to drive inside. Now back to Hamilton. 2 minutes into this second quarter. Upperman flirting with a double-digit lead, up 11-3, a low-scoring ball game. That's not a huge surprise, knowing how good these two teams are on the defensive side of the ball. Cora Bass is at the table. You see Upperman rotate maybe a couple more players than Livingston, but they're both going to go about 5, 6, maybe 7 deep. There goes Butler inside, and a foul's going to be called on Ellie Butler on the floor, and that's a big one, as it's the second personal if it is on her, and it is. So the second personal on Ellie Butler, first team foul of the quarter, but they'll need their junior star to be careful here and not pick up that third.
That wouldn't just take out your scorer. She's also pretty great on defense. I mean, she, I think, leads the team in steals.
Hamilton surveys, got to go somewhere, gets it into Bass, and one of the Lady Wildcats is down and injured as the shot's put up. No, and now we'll stop play. And, yeah, they have to let the play finish, but as soon as it did, that is Keely Mullins, who's back onto her feet. And Mr. Crane, one of the best athletic trainers in the business, goes up to look at her. And we're going to see Mally Carwile. Hopefully Keely Mullins is okay. Great player, great young lady, and she'll get tended to. Hopefully just something that can walk off. And we'll keep you updated if we hear anything. Inbounds pass goes right to Butler, who puts it in for two. Gracie Butler has 5 points in the first half, and Upperman has a 10-point home lead at 13-3. Now Allie Jean Coleman, that's also one of this team's leading scoring threats on the bench right now, and Keely Mullins. Butler slicing through, throws up the shot, no, rebounded by Gracie Butler, and it dribbled right off Delenti, right to Ellie Butler for two. She puts it in. And sometimes you just need something to go your way. That time the bounce falls right into the pocket of Butler, and she makes no mistake, and it's back to an 8-point game. Cora Bass with it on the right wing side. The Lady Wildcats sideline, stomping their feet. Cora Bass being harassed defensively. Mally Jean Coleman, great defender. Left side, Stiles with it. Stiles finds Delenti, Taylor Delenti, looking to get in rhythm. We do not have a three yet in the ball game. 4:40 to go in the second quarter. Bass going to flip off now. Here Delenti. Delenti going to drive inside. Delenti throws up the shot. No good, but the foul is called. She's going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot two. Stick around. During the Happy Hiller halftime show, Bobby McWilliams will make his way to the table. We'll talk to him about the upcoming matchup against the Wildcats for the Bees. Foul goes on Poston. That was her first, team's second. And the first free throw for Delenti rattles home. She's got 5 first-half points. Trying to regain the double-digit lead does Taylor Delenti. She makes it, and it's 15-5. And back into the full-court pressure goes the Lady Bees. Butler able to shield off the defender, and now knows she has numbers if they hurry. Flip pass goes ahead, finds the target Poston. Poston back to Coleman. 4.5 to go in the second quarter. Left side Poston, lines up the triple, won't fall. Good rebound by Daly inside. Now she kicks out. Butler with it. Butler to Poston again. Now she puts the dribble down. Back out Coleman. Great rebound by Mila Daly inside. Extends the possession here for LA. Butler back to Poston. Upperman's defense has been stifling so far in this first half. 5 points through the opening quarter and a half for Livingston Academy. Left side, Coleman. Coleman back over, long three-ball Carwile, no good, rebounded by Delenti, and Delenti going to put the dribble down. Now forced up there by Carwile, she finds Bass. Cora Bass running the point with Mullins on the bench, and that promptly sends Mullins to the line. As I say that, Delenti, little shot fake off to Hamilton. 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Gracie Butler working on Carwile, drives inside. Butler throws up the shot. No, it was shielded off on the other end by Coleman, and now Mally Jean Coleman pushing it with space. Flips back to Carwile, back to Coleman. Thought about lining up the triple, instead puts the dribble down, now picks up. Sends it back across to Ellie Butler. Nothing doing yet for Ellie Butler, just 2 points in the game. Coleman walks up, triggers the three, no, rebounded by Stiles, and we've got a foul going against Livingston. Who's it on? If it's on Butler, it's a huge call. Carwile was there as well, and it is on Ellie Butler. It is her third personal foul, third team foul with 3 minutes to go in the second. Ellie Butler out of the game for the remainder of the half, you would imagine. That's a big one. Remember that as the top scorer, the star of Livingston Academy, one of the main go-to pieces, is out of the game right now. And Keely Mullins is still on the bench as well. Delenti, left side Butler. Gracie Butler now to Hamilton. Hamilton crosses over, drives inside, and loses handle on it as Poston did a good job of sliding in front and possession back to LA. Daly sends it over left side Carwile. So with no Butler or Mullins on the floor, this is your one main ball handler, Mally Jean Coleman, with the basketball if you're Livingston Academy. 2.5 to go in the second. She sends the pass over to Poston. Now baseline. Back out Carwile, over to Poston. Puts the dribble down, now back into the corner. Pass fake, now finding it to Carwile. She flips in Daly. Daly turns it back over. Open three for Carwile. Good, makes it fall. A Twin Lakes tractor three. Livingston needed that one, and Mally Carwile buries it. It's a 7-point game.
You can see the middle of the zone kind of open up there for Livingston, and them getting in there makes easy kick-out threes.
2 minutes to go in the second. It's 15-8. Mullins has it from the edge of the logo at center court. Bella Mullins left side to Butler. Yeah, for Livingston, only 8 points, but their defense has kept them in it. Upperman trying to extend the lead back. Mullins, and we've got an offensive foul for a moving screen. This one goes on Gracie Hamilton, and the ball goes back the other way as South is to the scores table. 1:42 to go in the second, an opportunity for LA. Hamilton comes out for South. So now really, with Butler at 3 fouls and Mullins, we'll check on her status. This is the 5 that are going to be on the floor for a lot of this game for Livingston. Coleman with it. It's Coleman, Poston, Carwile. That one right through Poston's hands into the waiting arms of Bella Mullins. Mullins bounces it over to South, and firing in there was Carwile to knock it out of play. Coleman, Carwile, Poston, Jenkins, and Daly, the 5 on the floor here for Livingston Academy. For Upperman, it's Mullins, Butler, Delenti, Stiles, and South. Mullins able to get it over to Stiles. Now left side Butler. South pops off the screen, now goes off right side. 1:10 to go in the first half. Mullins finds Delenti. Delenti sees the lane and drives in, puts up the shot, no, as Coleman did a good job of forcing the miss. Here they come the other way. Carwile in transition, picked up by Mullins. Carwile fires a pass that was knocked away by Bella Mullins. Now she's able to find Coleman. Back to Carwile, wide open. They left her free. That went in and out, no good. Rebound down to Delenti. She sends it ahead to South. The freshman South has 4 blue jerseys looking right at her. Now back to her. She pops free off the feed from Delenti, no good. Both teams miss an open look. Here's Coleman in a 7-point game. Left side Carwile. Coleman surveys the floor. 24 seconds to go in the second. Coleman has it. Checks back. We'll see if they hold for the final look here. A very interesting first half, almost in the books here in Baxter. Coleman works it over left wing side. Mally Jean, flip pass that one intercepted. Delenti read it the whole way. 3 seconds for Taylor Delenti. 2 seconds. Delenti, this would count, but it's blocked. Jenkins gets back to swat it away, and a very low-scoring first half is in the books. After 2, it's Upperman 15, Livingston 8. We'll be joined by Bobby McWilliams during the Hiller halftime show when we come back. Coverage of this game is presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Nick's Restaurant, and you're watching it all on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Landers Trade, your home solution store at 250 East Stratton Avenue in Monterey. Landers Trade is your home for Milwaukee, Blackstone, and Rocky Boots. 250 East Stratton Avenue, Monterey, your home solutions store.
The Crossroads Auction Group are the Upper Cumberland's auction experts. As a full-service auction company, they take your stress away every step of the way. Servicing the entire Upper Cumberland, the Crossroads Auction Group gets your property ready from cleanup, setup, picture taking, up to the auction and beyond. They handle all auctions from estates, residential, farms, land, commercial, and everything else. For more information, visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com or call 931-644-7149 today. The Crossroads Auction Group are proud sponsors of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Operation Rudolph, is it go?
Go.
I see Rudolph! Light the runway! Santa's never gonna find us.
Oh, yes, he will.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. Visit happyhiller.com to see how our friends at Hiller can help solve your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical problems today. It's happyhiller.com. At the break here in Baxter, it's Upperman 15, Livingston 8 in the first half of our doubleheader, the boys game. Coming up next between the Bees and the Wildcats, we're joined by Upperman head coach Bobby McWilliams. And, Coach, district games, the gym's a little bit more full. There's a little bit more energy in here. Livingston Academy, a team you're very familiar with, but of course a new year. What's kind of the mentality of your guys entering this game knowing you need to defend your home court in the district?
Well, I mean, obviously every game is important in this league, and I've said that forever, but you definitely want to win your home games, and then that's first and foremost. But, there's a lot of games we played in this league, and you just you don't want to drop two in a row for sure to get too far behind. But no games are easy, and Livingston's got they've got a good team. They're off to a good start, and it's not going to be easy for sure. They've got they got a lot of good players, a lot of experience out there. They're tough, they're athletic, and they know how to play. So it's a very difficult challenge for us, but we'll just have to do the best we can and keep trying to get better from game to game, day to day, and see what happens at the end.
It's a Livingston team that plays really fast. Maybe not the biggest team in the world, but they can really get up and down the floor. What are the challenges that kind of presents to your team, and how tough can that be to defend here on a night like tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they can all dribble, pass, and shoot, and that's a good formula to have if you're a coach. So having to defend multiple players in multiple areas on the floor, they got several guys that can score at all three levels. They've got shooters on the perimeter. They've got guys that can attack at the rim. They're very hard-nosed, tough defensively. You don't give up many easy shots. So you just got to make sure that you just try to slow them down in transition, not give them easy baskets, and rebound it if they do miss.
What's the balance for a player like Ty Cobb on a nightly basis of knowing when he needs to try to kind of command the basketball and be a scorer versus distribute? And does it change on a nightly basis like it seems that it may, or is there kind of a balance there that you guys as a coaching staff want him to find out there?
Well, he's learning. I mean, this is all new for him. He's obviously he's played point guard position all of his life, and his role has changed from one year to the next all the way up since he's been probably in the second grade. But, for him at this high school level, he's no longer able to hide from people. They know who he is. Their scout report, he's probably at the top right now. So, but for us, doing what he does and just letting him get in the flow of the game, letting him feel his way around and see what he needs to do. He carries a lot. Probably more than any other freshman that we've ever had, for sure. He has a big responsibility, especially on the offensive end, of multiple things: taking care of the ball, distributing the ball, and scoring the ball. And so that's really no easy player. I don't care what age you are, but being a freshman is definitely that much more difficult when you're playing against guys 2 or 3 years at least older than him.
Last one here. Is there any extra juice knowing that it's the team in blue and white in this gym? Obviously a big rivalry, historic rivalry. What does that do, and how is it easy or tough for you to try to treat it like any other game when there's a little bit extra energy in the gym?
For us right now, we're kind of focusing on Upperman. And these guys have done a good job with that, and maybe we don't play with a little bit more of that edge that we probably need to, but we're going in from one game to the next where, we're at Stone, where we feel like we're probably their biggest game. And, for Livingston, I'm sure right now, I know tonight, we're their biggest game for sure. So we feel like that we're going to catch, everybody's best effort every night. But, we've sure had some really good games over the past, several years with Livingston. In the past, ever since I've been at Upperman, for sure, that's been, a team that's always been at the very top of our district. And, now is no different. So you've got to bring it. If not, they're different. Not going to feel sorry for you out there. But we're looking forward to the challenge, kind of rebound after last week, see if we can't play a little bit better for 4 quarters. Thought we had a really good half at Stone. Offensively, probably as a coach, I didn't do a good job as I needed to give my kids a chance to win 4 quarters. So, we won't do that again. We may not be able to beat some of these teams, but we're not going to do some of the things we did, especially on the defensive end that, is uncharacteristic of us. And our guys know that, and the coaching staff knows that. So we're ready to get back in the mix of it. We're trying to get these guys that played a lot of minutes last year that are back now, getting more into full game speed, trying to get those guys back because we need them down the stretch, and they're getting better every day. It's just you just hope you don't run out of time before you start clicking at 100%.
Absolutely. Well, the Bees take on the Wildcats after the conclusion of this game. Coach, we appreciate it as always. Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and blanks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Aspen Drive in Cookeville. Featuring a split bedroom floor plan, new carpet, beautiful yard, and deck, you'll fall in love with this home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is also home to the UCR Coaches Show on Tuesday nights. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back again. Our thanks to Coach McWilliams for joining us there in a Happy Heller halftime show. We'll have a lot of time to talk about the boys' game after the conclusion of this one. This one's been a good one so far, a low-scoring battle between these two old-school rivals, two of the top teams in the state, as Upperman leads Livingston 15-8. I'm Noah McKay. She's Hallie Ledbetter, and the lovely Madison McKay producing things for us. Livingston Academy basketball, Ellie Butler playing with 3 fouls, and she will inbound to open up this second half. Keely Mullins back on the floor as well. A welcome sight if you're a Livingston Academy fan. Mally Carwile has it. She hit the only 3 for either team in the first half. She gives back now to Mally Jean Coleman. Hope you'll continue to let us know who you're cheering for in the comment section. Comment along with us as Mullins, little free throw line jumper, got it to fall. And it's a 5-point game for Livingston. They could barely score in the first half, but because of their defense, they only trailed by 7 rather, and now it's down to just 5. Mullins has it. Bella Mullins working on Mally Jean Coleman. Right side Gracie Butler. Butler back to Delenti. Delenti's had 6 threes in back-to-back games. Hadn't gotten free to even take one as Gracie Butler slices through and puts it in for 2. Something about playing Livingston for Gracie Butler. She's up to 7 points. Left side, Keely Mullins. Mullins drives and kicks to Carwile. Puts the dribble down now. She'll send it out right side. Jenkins trying to back down Styles. A little shoulder check now up and under. It's knocked out of the hands of Carwile. She touched it last. Possession back to the Lady Bees. 6:49 to go in the third quarter. Madison's doing a great job on camera. She's running the clock. It's an unofficial clock, but she keeps it pretty darn close. I mainly mention that for at the end of games or quarters. If it says 0 and we say that it counts, in the gym it does. Pass across from Mullins to Styles, who puts it in a quick 4-0 burst here for Upperman, and they're back out in front by 9.
I had mentioned before to you that Livingston's doing such a great job getting out on those shooters that, they're not getting to guard that layup.
The help side defense hasn't been there so far. 6:14 to go in the third. Lady Bees lead by 9 on their home floor. Winner moves into at least a tie for first place very early in district play as Butler drives in and gets the call on Mullins. And the personal foul on Bella Mullins is her first, and it sends Allie Butler to the Birdie's Lounge free throw line to shoot 2. 6:05 to go in the third quarter. It's 19-10. Butler flies away the first and falls through. A great free throw shooter. Just 3 points so far for her, as she has definitely been the focal point of the Lady B defense. Second one, no good at the front of the rim. Styles boxes out and gets the rebound. And here comes Bella Mullins ahead. Mullins gives off to Gracie Hamilton. Hamilton sees the lane, drives in, throws it up, and there's the call. If this is on Ellie Butler, it's her 4th. Huge call here. It is not. It is on 20. A big break for Livingston as her and Jenkins were both in there. So that goes on Chloe Jenkins, just her first. A sigh of relief from the Livingston faithful. To the line to shoot 2 goes Hamilton. First one at the Sonia Brown American Way Real Estate free throw line is no good. Genevieve is watching. We welcome you. Scott's cheering on the Lady Bees. Rises Brandy and Brenda. Sean's watching for the Wildcats. John's cheering on the Bees. Keep them flying away. Hamilton splits the free throws. That's her first point of the night, and Upperman back in front by 9. Full court pressure has wreaked havoc. Allie Jean Coleman, crossover, gets Hamilton off her feet. Butler picks her up. Now it's knocked away from Coleman. Can she stay in? Yes. Gives off to Butler. Now inside Carwile. Drives inside. A nice finish from Allie Carwile.
You see that your 2 big scorers out there, Delente and Butler, they're not scoring as much tonight, and you have those other girls that are stepping up and getting those points for these teams.
There's Gracie Butler driving inside, throws up the shot. It's knocked out of play. Credit a block to Keely Mullins. 5:28 to go in the third. Hamilton waits to inbound. Now goes over the top to Mullins. Now Hamilton. Left side Styles. Hamilton. Now right side Butler. And a timeout called by Coach McWilliams. 30-second timeout. First one of the game that she's called. And I think just wants to talk about some things there. 7-point game, same gap as we had at halftime. 5:16 to go in the third. Stick around post-game during the Livingston Regional post-game show, where we will have the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Hallie, a tough choice tonight. It's firmly up for grabs as we sit with 5:16 to go in the third. Score updates. Big one happening in Sparta right now in UCR2, and it's the Lady Panthers of Stone who lead the White County Warriorettes 26-21. From being in the gym when Upperman played Stone, it felt like Stone was maybe making a statement that they've arrived towards the upper echelon again. They've continued that so far tonight. We'll keep you updated. Pickett County leads Gordonsville 47-23 over on UCR3, and Cookeville is obliterating Smyrna 44-11. As Belle Mullins has it. Mullins gives off to Butler. Gracie Butler drives and is fouled on the floor. See if this one goes on Mullins or Carwile. It's going to go. Ooh. Okay, it's the first personal. Didn't catch who it was on. Looked like he said 24, maybe 22. He did. That's on Coleman. Now right side. Kick out Hamilton. 7-point game, low scoring affair. All these possessions matter more because you're going to have less of them. Butler, that one was tipped out of her hands. Possession stays with the Lady Bees. Active hands for Keely Mullins defensively.
The low score kind of speaks on both of these teams' defensive play. They're both really, really, really dominant in their zone, especially.
Yeah, that 2-3 for Upperman, the 1-3-1 for Livingston. Livingston's really kind of done a lot more man-to-man play tonight. It's worked. So they go right side. Delenti works it around. Now Stiles has it. Stiles drives to the free throw line, kicks to Hamilton. Thought about the triple. Butler there defensively. Right side Stiles. Stiles gives off to Delenti. She's open. Triggers the three. No good. In and out. Rebounded by Keely Mullins. A chance for LA to answer. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the third. Butler sends it into the low block. Pivoting around Jenkins, and it's stuck. Got wedged in between the backboard and the rim. It's a jump with the possession arrow belonging to the Lady Bees, and now we need somebody to run out here and knock it down.
I think you got that, Noah.
Come on, Mr. Official. Knock it down.
You can jump up there and get
that. I know
that.
I could get it. But
you
it's
could
a long
totally
way.
jump up there and get that.
That's not a problem. Jump up and get that in the 8th grade. We don't need a broom. Somebody run out there on the floor. Somebody
Or
be a
throw a
star.
basketball.
Somebody be a star. We got a ball. Now here's the question. Will he get it knocked out or not?
It
No
didn't
pressure.
get stuck in there too bad. Yeah.
He got it.
Oh,
It went through, but it doesn't count.
Yeah, that don't count.
It's like when a kickoff goes through the uprights. It does not give you 3 points. 4:15 to go in the third. It's 20-13. We got a basketball. We're ready to go. Cora Bass just checked in that stoppage in for Gracie Hamilton. And now pressure look here for Livingston. Ahead it goes to Stiles. Stiles going to drive and kick over to Delenti. Taylor Delenti for three. Good. Asanya Brown with American Way Real Estate three. The first of the game for the Lady Bees, tying their largest lead at 10. Butler on the other end, slicing through for two. No. Stiles with the rebound. It's swiped away from her from Jenkins, who turns around and puts it in. Here comes Bass ahead. All of a sudden, the pace just picked up. Delenti back to Bass. Bass wiggles through into the teeth of the defense, throws it up, no. Rebound tipped, Stiles saves it in. It goes off Mullins out of bounds, and it stays with the Lady Bees. An 8-point game with 3:38 to go in the third.
The past few years, rebounding has been really big for both of these teams. I think tonight that's something, maybe they're not more leaning on.
Well,
but you do see, well,
one of the reasons is sitting next to me up
yeah,
here.
not to brag.
Mullins with it. Bella Mullins gives off right side to Stiles. Stiles, you've played in your fair share of these Upperman Livingston games. Bass has it. Now right side, Delenti. Delenti puts the dribble down, now finds Mullins, but it was an errant pass, and Mally Jean Coleman said, give me that. Coleman now with the jets into the front court, sends it across to Butler, and a foul on Gracie Butler. And I think that's one, as it's the second personal that Coach McWilliams is not going to hate, as it takes away the transition look. Hamilton to the table. She's going to check in here for Bass. Again, both these teams really tonight, you're seeing it. Only going 6-7 deep. That depth that we talk about so much preseason shrinks in these district games and into the postseason. Mullins catch and shoot, no. Rebounded by Delenti.
That's a shot you'll see a lot from Mullins. She's really good at that short range, and she's not afraid to pull it from the volleyball line.
Bella Mullins on the other end drives inside and is fouled. Mally Jean Coleman going to get called for her third personal foul. So both Coleman and Butler with 3 personals, and they'll have to be very careful. The third team foul is now Bella Mullins to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. The first one rattles home. 5 points for Bella Mullins tonight. And Ellie Butler going to get a breather as Mila Daly going to check in here. And that's a little bit of protection, I think, from Coach Riddle. You cannot afford Ellie Butler to pick up that 4th foul right now. Second free throw good as well for Mullins, 2 for 2. Tying their largest lead once again is Upperman at 10. They have yet to be able to stretch it past that mark. Carwile sends over to Mullins, wide open for 3. Good! Keely Mullins with a Twin Lakes Tractor 3. Your local Mahindra dealer, Twin Lakes Tractor, located just off 111. A big 3 there for Livingston as it's a 7-point game again. Now left side pass goes to Bella Stiles. Stiles works it over to Butler. Gracie Butler hands off to Mullins. Mullins picked up by Coleman. Now she gives to Hamilton. Trying to get an open look. Butler back off Delenti. She going to trigger the three. She buries it. A Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate three for Taylor Delenti. Look out. Her second of the quarter, and it's a 10-point game again as we near 2 minutes to play in the third.
It's hard as a defender to guard something like that. You know, she's a shooter, but she's also had some backdoor cuts tonight.
And now right side Daly. Extra pass Carwile. She lines up the three. That one no good. Did it hit the top of the backboard? No. Stiles gets the ricochet rebound. And now here comes Bella Mullins ahead. Mullins turns up the speed. Now gives back to Delenti. Thought about the deep one instead to Butler. Gracie Butler wide open. She triggers the three. No good. Right there for the rebound. Hamilton blocked away by Coleman. 1:34 to go in the third quarter. Lady Bees have led wire to wire so far. They were up 2-0. Now they're up 28-18. Hamilton sends it over to Delenti. Delenti working on Daly. Now Butler gives off to Hamilton. Hamilton surveys the floor. Great crowd tuning in online. We welcome you in. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Must-see matchup this evening. The boys' game is going to be awesome as well. Expect a fast-paced basketball game. Delenti with it. 1:08 to go in the third. I say that, so it's going to be 28-29. Stiles trying to cut back door. Delenti wiggles around into the teeth of the defense. Upperman can hold if they want. Instead, Butler's going to decisively slice inside, throws up the shot. No, defended by Mullins. Here they come the other way. Butler running the floor. Hamilton picks her up. Step back jumper. No. Rebound down. Keely Mullins comes away. Mullins baseline drive up and under for two. No. Rebounded by Butler. Butler is fouled on the floor. A little extracurriculars between the two Butlers. No relation. Gracie and Ellie. 39.9 seconds to go in the third, and that's going to send Ava Mae Allen to the table. I think Coach McWilliams wants to calm things down a little bit. Gracie Butler is going to get a breather.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, you can't afford to take a tech if you're Upperman right now with a 10-point lead late in the third quarter.
Especially with a player like Gracie Butler.
Kick out Mullins for three. No. And another physical rebound for Bella Stiles. They've got numbers if they hurry. Keely Mullins sends it ahead to Hamilton. Hamilton jump stop, puts it up and in for two. Largest lead of the game for the Lady Bees. They're up by 12. Now on the other end, Livingston looking for a bucket to try to build something into the final frame. Coleman into Butler. Turn swiped away by Allen. Ava Mae Allen now. She sends it ahead to Hamilton with speed. Hamilton finger roll. No. Rebound tipped over Daly now. 6 seconds left. Coleman. She knows how much time there is. 4. She wiggles inside. Mally Jean throws up the shot. Blocked away by Stiles. And that brings us to the end of an exciting third quarter. After 3, it's the home-standing Upperman Lady Bees with a 12-point lead. Coverage of this game is presented by Nick's Restaurant, the Overton County Farm Bureau, on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Upperman leads 30-18 here in this rivalry matchup. Ellie Butler with it. I'm Noah McKay. She's Hallie Ledbetter. Madison McKay producing things for us as Mila Daly gives off left side. Now into the teeth of the defense, Mullins. Mullins tries to flip it. Ricochets around, I believe. Was it tipped? It was. So possession stays with Livingston. Some score updates here. Over on UCR 2, they are tied. Sparta and Stone at the end of 3 at 36 apiece. Pickett County routing Gordonsville on UCR 3, 64-28. Smyrna girls have not come out of their locker room yet when last updated after they were getting rolled in the first half by Cookeville. Butler fires a pass that was tipped out to Mullins. That game's on UCR 4 tonight. We got 5 games coming up on Friday night as we are into the teeth of the district schedule. 5 doubleheaders, really 10 games going on. Mullins lines up the triple. They need it. They don't get it. Rebounded by Bella Mullins. Mullins trying to stretch the advantage. Now that pass was tipped. Mullins gets it back. Now it's going away. Mally Jean Coleman trying to win the foot race against Delenti. Coleman throws up the shot. No. Offensive rebound for Mullins. She gets free for 2, and it doesn't fall again. A lid on the basket right now for Hawkeye as here comes Upperman the other way. And a timeout called by Dana McWilliams. She wasn't happy about the turnover that led to that. 30-second timeout called, so we will stay through it. Hallie, right now, Upperman had a clear game plan. Try to slow down Ellie Butler, not let her get those free open looks that she makes every single night, able to find those spots. They've done a good job denying that. That's why Livingston only has 18 points. Livingston defense has been pretty good tonight, but they just can't get it working offensively.
I think that they're covering the 3 really, really, really well. But if Butler gets past them, there's someone waiting right there. They know that she's a threat, and they know that she's a shooter, so they're waiting on her with every player that they have until she gets to the goal.
Yeah, Mally Carwile with 5 points, Keely Mullins with 5, all of which came in the third quarter. Ellie Butler just 3 points so far in this one, but still time. 12-point game, 7:03 to go. Upperman very balanced up and down the stat sheet. Taylor Delenti has 12 points. That paces all scorers. And these two district rivals going at it in round number 1. They'll face off again in a couple of weeks in Livingston. As Mullins gives to Stiles, now back to Butler. Gracie Butler over to Ava Mae Allen. Allen's become an important piece off the bench for this team, spelling some of these guards and playing defense. Mullins with a crossover, and Bella Mullins tries to get somebody to come to her. Daly says, I'll come to you. Mullins running out of time, gets it back to Stiles. Stiles going to turn it inside, throws up the runner with the right hand. No. Saves in the rebound. It went right into the gut of Keely Mullins, who possesses. Mullins ahead into the front court. Now steps through, throws up the finger roll, good for 2. 7 second-half points for Keely Mullins. And 2 subs to the table. I believe that's Carlisle and Hamilton. Mullins gives off to Butler. Butler sees the lane, now kicks to Delenti. Delenti works it inside for the easy layup for 2.
I think Livingston is getting a little frantic, and they're missing those help side defense.
Here's Butler driving in. We've got a foul called for a bump. I think it's going on the floor. It is. It's going to go on Gracie Butler. That's her 3rd. Team's 1st. That body-to-body contact as she was driving into the lane. And Hamilton coming in alongside Carlisle, Daly, and Butler checking out for their respective squads. End of 3, Cookville routing Smyrna, 52-13. That one tipped and intercepted by Ava Mae Allen. Now she turns it ahead to Hamilton. Gracie Hamilton puts it up and in for 2, and it's a 14-point Lady B lead. Ahead Jenkins, she sends it over to Butler. They need a bucket badly. Back to Coleman, left side Mullins. Puts the dribble down. Nice crossover and a foul call for a hand check. This one goes on Gracie Hamilton. That's her 3rd. So Butler and Hamilton with 3 apiece for Upperman. Coleman and Butler with 3 apiece for Livingston. And now a timeout called by Coach Riddle. A 30-second timeout with 5:40 to go in the ball game. The 5 games we have for you, 5 doubleheaders we have for you on Friday night. On the main page, a big one. Cumberland County takes on White County. On UCR2, Livingston Academy travels to Stone. On UCR3 here in this gym, DeKalb County takes on Upperman. On UCR4, Red Bowling Springs travels to take on Pickett County. And on UCR5, Cookville travels to Wilson Central. We hope you'll join us on Friday night for 5 doubleheaders, 10 total games across the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. We've got a big standalone game on Thursday night as York travels to Cookville. Round 2 of the Dragonettes against the Lady Cavs, the top 2 teams in the UC top 5. And we'll see about the boys' top 5. And there may be some movement there. It is 2 top 5 teams. We'll see how far they rise. Cookville's number 1. We'll see how far York gets tomorrow during the coaches' show, which is tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Corner 3 out of the timeout, no. Rebounded by Hamilton. Non-stop content. We've also got basketball on Saturday. Upperman in action here. York in action in Lebanon. We don't stop.
It's basketball season.
Let's go. Allen gives back to Hamilton. Gracie Hamilton, guarded by Butler, lost her footing. Now Stiles has it. Stiles gives back to Hamilton. Upperman has no incentive to go fast. 5 minutes to go. Delenti picks up the dribble. Harassed defensively. Gets it over to Mullins, and now there's the foul call. See who it's going against. Going on number 1, Mallie Carwile. Just her first, team's first. 4:57 to go in regulation. Delenti. Dangerous pass, and it's intercepted. Coleman picks it off, and now she's running the floor. Coleman runs into her teammate. Carwile drives baseline, and a foul will be called on Ava Mae Allen. And that is the 3rd team foul against Upperman. Livingston, no doubt, would love for them to get into some foul trouble and try to get some back at the free throw line. Upperman trying to close out what has been an impressive performance so far for the Lady Bees. Mullins with it. She gives off right side to Coleman. Coleman sends it into Butler, found the soft spot, and she makes no mistake. Ellie Butler for 2, just her 2nd field goal of the night. She's got 5 points on the other end. Quickly, those Styles blocked from behind. It stays with Upperman, 4:35 to go. Gracie Butler back in. She's checking in for Ava Mae Allen.
I think that Upperman may be a little bit more refreshed. They're coming off the bench. Livingston's looking a little more tired. They've had basically the same players in the entire time.
Inbound right to Butler. Good and one. Gracie Butler puts it through, and she'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point play and get into double figures. She's got 9. They love those quick hitters on the inbounds plays. Butler got to the spot and got the call. She's at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line, where the free throw is good. Just like that, a 15-point Lady B advantage. It's 37-22. Coleman gives off left side to Mullins. Now Jenkins, tic-tac-toe over to Carwile. She lines up the triple. That one no good. Long rebound goes right to Keely Mullins. She drives and throws up a shot blocked by Styles. Butler's attempt. That one won't fall. Rebound tips right back to Ellie Butler. She puts it up. No again. And now a foul is called. Livingston getting the rebounds but can't get the finish. This is the 4th team foul. It goes on Bella Styles. That's her first. And Mallie Jean Coleman going to inbound from the baseline. That one grabbed by Ellie Butler. Step back. She loves the step back shot. That time it was defended. Coleman works it inside, loses handle, goes right to one of her teammates. Carwile lines up the triple and buries it. A Twin Lakes Tractor 3 for Mallie Carwile. Her 2nd of the game, and still within 12, but time running out here on Livingston. Upperman trying to hang on and get the 17th victory of the year. What do we have here? A technical foul on the Lady Bees bench. Wow, that could be a game changer. No clue what was said. Coach McWilliams, with her hands on her hips, can't believe it. Big moment in the game. Ellie Butler to the line where she will shoot 2 at the Birdies Lounge free throw line. All of a sudden, the Livingston fans have been relatively subdued or back in it. The free throw is no good, and now the Upperman fans answer back with a rousing cheer of their own. You got to love this rivalry. No clue what was said, but now Butler's 2nd is all of a sudden, there's a lot of noise in the gym. That one does fall through. But that's a big moment because now Livingston has the ball and can get it back to single digits with 3:51 to go. See if that changes the momentum at all. Sometimes it jump starts the opponent. Sometimes it jump starts you if you get called for that technical foul. Left side Mullins from the secondary logo, and she hit it. Keely Mullins buries the Twin Lakes Tractor 3. She's got 10, and all of a sudden, Livingston's within 8 after a huge technical foul call and a triple for Keely Mullins. Now Butler going to drive, and a timeout going to be called here by Coach McWilliams. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. It's going to be a full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, Delicious Pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
3:26 to go in the ball game. Upperman leads by 8. They were up by 12 just a moment ago before a technical foul, one free throw, and a reined-in 3 by Keely Mullins has given Livingston new life. There's a foul on Mally Jean Coleman, and that is her 4th. Big call, and it was. She was trying to get in there defensively with the hands.
Coaches always say, if you're going to foul, make it a good one. Try and go after the ball, but I don't know if she's the right person to get that kind of foul.
Yeah, with those 3 fouls, Now it's 4. Butler going isolation. This is Gracie Butler, left side. She's going to accelerate inside, throws up the shot, and now it's the 4th on Ellie Butler. If it is on Butler, Mullins was over the top, and it was called on Keely Mullins. So my apologies. I just saw the contact up top. They call it down low. Mullins just her 2nd. Butler hangs on with 3, and it's a trip to the line. The Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 for Gracie Butler. The first one is good. We wondered if this would be the resurgence of Gracie Butler. Well, she has 11 points tonight, and she's been really good in the game on both ends of the floor. She's picked up the Ellie Butler assignment and done a great job in that matchup. 2 for 2 there, and it's back to a 10-point game with 3:16 to go. Coleman looking at the defense. Tic-tac-toe to Keely Mullins for 3. That one no good and went over the backboard, so it will go back the other way to the Lady Bees. Final score, Pickett County defeats Gordonsville over on UCR 3 tonight, 75-39. Interesting boys game coming up next there. Casey and Rusty doing a great job as Mullins drives and kicks over to Stiles. Now that one, too much heat on it. It was tipped, and possession goes back to Livingston. Opportunity for LA, 2:56 to go. Upperman has had a really impressive game plan tonight. They've executed it well, especially on that defensive side of the basketball. Will it be enough, or does Livingston have a last push left in them? We've seen crazier things happen in this rivalry. There's Carwile for 3. That one no good. Long rebound. Delenti runs it down in the corner. Now Mullins has it. Now Delenti trying to deny the basketball to the guards. Hamilton comes out to get it. 2.5 to play in the ball game. Hamilton flips it over to Mullins. Yeah, Upperman can hold here. Mullins works it through. Now back out to Butler. Gracie Butler drives, knocked by a couple of times by Keely Mullins. Now she's able to get it out to Delenti. Back to Mullins. Extra pass, Hamilton. Hamilton floats back out to the secondary logo on Dana McWilliams' court there. Well-deserved court being named after the head coach for the Lady Bees. 3 state championships, 3 runner-ups as Hamilton works it inside. Now back out, Stiles over to Mullins. 1:49 to go. There's the foul. Keely Mullins will pick it up, and this is a trip to the line here. 3rd personal on Mullins. And it's going to send Bella Mullins to the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Both teams have Mullins and Butlers that are not related to my knowledge.
You're confused a lot tonight.
You don't know this, but, well, you know this, but there was a lot of Ledbetters for a long time. That was very confusing.
There still are, but they're just on past the high school point.
First free throw good for Mullins, and Upperman has stretched it back to 11. So they're back at that point where they were before the technical foul. 2 for 2 for Bella Mullins. She's got 8 tonight, and Upperman can feel it. They're closing in on a big district win on their home floor. Jenkins with it. Jenkins able to get it left side, Carwile. Back to Mullins. Mullins, right side, Coleman. Coleman forced to put the dribble down. Now she works it through. Nice little bounce pass for the easy 2 as a timeout is called. Chloe Jenkins with the finish. It was a nice job by Mally Jean Coleman. And Coach Riddle's going to call timeout, a 30-second timeout, with 1:35 to go in the ball game.
Upperman's done a really good job tonight of not just slowing down Ellie Butler on offense, but just slowing their entire game down. Livingston likes to play fast. They like to get those fast break layups. They like to get those fast three-pointers and those kickouts. Upperman's defense has slowed that down a lot, but they've slowed down their own offense. Livingston likes to play against, a really, really fast offense. So that way they can turn the ball over and get those easy turnovers on Upperman. But Upperman slowed down their game, and that's partially why it's been such a low-scoring game. I mean, both teams have great defense, but there's not been many chances for them to score tonight.
Yeah, Upperman's defense has stifled Livingston really from the opening tip. They had 4 points 12 minutes into the ball game, and they've scored a little bit more since then, but not a ton, as Hamilton flips the pass. Dangerous, intercepted by Mullins. Keely Mullins, shot will not count. The foul was on the floor. The referee was emphatic before the shot even left her hands that the foul was on the floor, but it is still 2 free throws for Keely Mullins as she goes to the Birdies Lounge free throw line to shoot 2. It's on, and I believe it's on Gracie Butler, and that is her 5th. So Gracie Butler's day is done. Ava Allen going to check in for her. It was a productive day for her. She had the assignment a lot of the time against Ellie Butler, helped limit the superstar score. She added 12 points of her own on the offensive side. This game's not over. 1:31 to go. Keely Mullins at the line. She spins it back, flies it away, and rattles home the first. She has jump-started this team, Livingston, in the second half. Keely Mullins has 11 points all in the third and fourth quarters. And she goes 2 for 2 there, and it's back to an 8-point game. Ava Mae Allen picks up her dribble, goes over to Hamilton. Hamilton working it through traffic, sends a pass, it's intercepted again. Keely Mullins picks it off. Mullins throws up the shot, no, rebound down, and that's a foul on Livingston. Yeah, flying in, Chloe Jenkins got all of Ava Allen, and we'll see if this is player controlled. It's going to be a shooting or 2 shots in the bonus. Here comes Ava Mae Allen to the line. The Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line where she will shoot 2.
Coaches tell you to get those rebounds no matter what. I think that's what she was trying to do there, maybe.
It was a hustle play. It was just a foul. It was just clearly a foul. She came flying in there as the first free throw hits the back of the rim and falls through for Allen. That's her first points in the game. Stick around post-game. We'll have the Livingston Regional Hospital post-game show. We'll go through the scoring. Of course, have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game here before we set the stage for the boys' game. Ava Mae Allen, 2 for 2 at the line. Upperman back out in front by 10 with 1:19 to go. If Livingston's going to go, they got to go now. Coleman looking up at the zone. Now sends it into Butler. Ellie Butler, swipe from behind, throws up the shot. No good. Fight for the rebound. Jenkins able to grab it. She gives in to Carwile. Carwile back out. Mullins. Mullins, right side Coleman. 1 minute to play. Coleman steps inside now, kicks. Carwile for 3. No. Rebound down. Delenti with it. Delenti, there's the bump in the call on Carwile. And Taylor Delenti, a great free throw shooter, goes to the Sonia Brown American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Biggest crowd of the season tuning in online as per usual. The most well-known rivalry that's on the schedule this year. Last year, we set a viewership record in the region championship game. Regular season, we're getting up there now. Keep on hitting share. Stick around for the boys' game. It's going to be a lot of fun. As the first free throw, there's your announcer, Jinx, is no good.
It's every time.
It is.
It's
I'm
every
telling
time.
You, it's on me. Jacob swears it doesn't exist. I said, you have not had my experience.
You must have done that a lot to me.
0 for 2. I'm sorry. As Coleman works it ahead, that's an opportunity for Livingston. Mally Jean Coleman drives inside, throws it up, no. Rebound down, knocked out of play, and it's going to go to the Lady Bees with 41 seconds to go. So Stiles is going to throw it in here. Livingston in the full court pressure. Starting to run out of time. Upperman came in with a clear game plan, and they have executed it well. Stiles in a foot race into the front court, and now we'll kill the clock. Over to Mullins. Delenti, there's the foul. She goes back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. My goodness gracious. We've got an upset over on UCR2. Stone Memorial beats Sparta 51-48. The Lady Panthers go into White County and defeat defeat the Warriorettes tonight. As the first free throw is good for Taylor Delenti. Pick your jaw up off the ground, Hallie Ledbetter. That's a big win. Stone has arrived.
I said that.
You did mention
it's
it.
It's two big post-player teams.
And the next free throw for Delenti is good. 2 for 2. Stone Memorial is ascending with Coach Mike Buck and that core of players. That's on UCR2, the boys' game to follow. Allie Jean Coleman fires a tip pass. Mullins gets it over to Butler. Ellie Butler spinning inside. There's the foul. It's going to go on Allen, and Ellie Butler's going to go to the Birdie's Lounge free throw line to shoot 2.
I'd mentioned earlier how they're all getting kind of in front of Butler. You saw there was, I think, 3 or 4 girls standing in the paint waiting on her.
First free throw is good for Ellie Butler. Second one, good. 2 for 2. 23.9 seconds to go, still a 10-point game. Stiles able to get it into Hamilton, and there's the foul. Gracie Hamilton will go to the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. That's the 4th on Mally Carwile. You see the boys' teams have emerged from their locker rooms. They're ready to go. Girls' game now going on a little bit longer because of the fouls. Both teams in the bonus, so it's 2 free throws on every one. First free throw, no good for Gracie Hamilton. Several dribbles, she lines up the second, in and out, no good, 22 seconds. Here comes Mally Jean Comer, sends it ahead to Ellie Butler. Butler tries to drive inside, throws up the runner, no. Rebound down to Bella Mullins. Will they foul? They don't need to. 12 seconds to go. Mullins works it around. Now Mullins, they are going to foul. Bella Mullins is going to go to the line where she will shoot 2 with 7 seconds to go. It is all over but the buzzer now. Upperman's going to get to 17-2. And the only record that matters, they'll be 2-0 in the district. Livingston is going to fall to 1-1. But again, the pressure in this district, the odds of running the gauntlet undefeated are very low. You got to win your home games. Both these teams have already won one on the road. Livingston got that big one in Cumberland County. Upperman got the big one at Stone Memorial, as the first free throw is good for Bella Mullins.
I think Livingston a lot tonight. They're going to look back on the film and say, there's a missed shot there, there's a miss this there. No, there's a lot that they can look back on, but there was a lot of positive tonight too.
They ran into a very good Lady Bees team as well. Ellie Butler lines up the 3. She hits it. It counts the Twin Lakes Tractor 3 as the buzzer sounds. And the Upperman Lady Bees secure the 47-38 victory over Livingston Academy. Upperman wins its 4th straight against arguably its biggest rival as we welcome you into the Livingston Regional Hospital postgame show. A defensive battle tonight. The Lady Bees led it wire to wire, Hallie, and a strong effort for them. 2 really good basketball teams, but tonight, Upperman able to execute their game plan and get that victory.
We could have came into this game and it could have been the complete opposite. It could have been Livingston up by 10, or it could have been double overtime. Both of these teams, I think, go into games, like I said, with a little bit of pressure, maybe a little bit more stress. You know, it's not necessarily home court advantage. It may just be, anxiety or something like that. But the Bees came in here tonight and they had the defense. They had the offense. And it was a low-scoring game to start, and I think that was maybe their game plan. I think it was their game plan to slow down and have those extra long possessions.
Scoring from the game is as follows. Once again, this is the Livingston Regional Hospital postgame show. Livingston Regional is your hometown hospital. For Livingston Academy in this game, 12 points for Keely Mullins, 11 for Ellie Butler, 8 for Mally Carwile, 4 for Chloe Jenkins, and 3 for Mally Jean Coleman, for a team total of 38. For the Lady Bees this evening, 16 points for Taylor Delenti, 12 points for Gracie Butler, 10 for Bella Mullins, 5 for Gracie Hamilton, and 2 apiece for Bella Stiles and Ava Allen, for a team total of 47. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Who's it going to tonight, Hallie?
I'm going to have to pick Gracie Butler. I think that she came into tonight, maybe not had the best season so far, and she stepped up. She fouled out, but she left a great game behind her. She had the points where she needed to, and it was a pretty even game for her. Everyone else kind of had the better second half, but she played good all 4 quarters, and she played great defense, and she really, really, really slowed down Livingston's biggest threat, which was Ellie Butler.
Gracie Butler is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Lady Bees improved to 17-2, 2-0 in the district with the victory. They've won 6 games in a row. Next up on Friday, back here in this gym against the DeKalb County Lady Tigers. Livingston Academy falls to 13-6 on the season with a loss, 1-1 in the district. Next up, they are Friday, and all of a sudden, a much stiffer test with the way they've started district play at the Stone Memorial Lady Panthers. Well, we'll take a brief intermission, about 10 minutes or so. You'll see that intermission graphic on the screen. Come back and set the stage for an exciting boys matchup. Final score in the girls game, Upperman 47, Livingston Academy 38. Just getting started in Baxter. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. It's another edition of the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show. I'm Noah McKay. She's Hallie Ledbetter. Madison McKay producing things for us this evening, and we've got a fun one on tap. It's the boys' game between Livingston Academy and Upperman. Livingston Academy and her head coach Jimmy Miller with a 12-7 overall record. They are 1-0 in the district, coming off a 52-35 victory at Cumberland County on Friday night. Upperman under head coach Bobby McWilliams are 12-4, but 0-1 in the district. Had that hard-fought loss. The final score more lopsided than the game was. Stone Memorial pulls away late. We're awesome at the free throw line, 68-49. The Panthers get a big win there. Upperman rallied back on Saturday with a 52-47 victory over Creekwood. But this one, important as well. Just like we talked about in the girls' game, a lot of postseason seeding can be decided starting with games like tonight. For Livingston, they already have one road win in the district. Would love to add another one against one of their arch rivals. For Upperman, they know they've let one get away. They have got to defend their home court and hope they get another crack at the Stone Memorial Panthers, who appear to potentially be the class of the district early on in this season.
Both these teams, they can play a little bit similar, but you have Upperman, who's maybe a little more dominant in the paint when you have, maybe Bronson Chaffin in. But Livingston, they don't have really any big boys that are in the paint. You have Wyatt Hargis that, can get in there. He's a little bit taller, but he mainly plays guard play. So you've got a team that's relying on pretty much their guards and a team that can play all around.
Yeah, Livingston Academy, they've got those 5-guard lineup, and they can go very, very fast. Upperman, more of your standard idea of what a boys basketball team would look like. You got several guards, you got a few bigs, you rotate them in and out. It's a different looking team, but both of them can go up and down the court very quickly, which means we may have some fireworks in this game in transition. If you like transition basketball, this one may be the night for you. Anticipation in the air, it's a big one. They've had some classics, and it's a fairly even series. The last 10 games were 6-4 in favor of Upperman, but Livingston last year went 2-1, but the last 2 games were the ones Upperman won, including in the tournament. So, a lot of bad blood potentially there. Another interesting thing to note, the Upperman killer no longer on the floor. Isaac Story was tremendous against Upperman in all of his meetings against the Bees. He, of course, gone to graduation. So will a new Upperman killer emerge, or will Upperman find one of their own, maybe in the form of Ty Cobb, the freshman point guard who is just sensational. He had 30 points in the victory over Creekwood on Saturday night. It's time for the starting lineups in this game, presented by our friends at Gary Maxwell Insurance. Starting for Livingston Academy in the road, blue jerseys, blue shorts, white numbers and letters with Livingston Academy on top and below the numbers on the front of the jersey. Number 11, Brody Coffey. Number 12, Wyatt Hargis. Number 14, Cole Harris. Number 20, Daniel Bilberry. And number 21, Tucker Miller. For the homestanding Upperman Bees in the home white jerseys, white shorts, black letters on the nameplate with gold numbers outlined in black trim. And they will line up like this. Number 0, Ty Cobb. Number 2, Jack Torrance. Number 4, Evan Huddleston. Number 21, Braden Roberts. And number 23, Bronston Chaffin. Once again, the starters for Jimmy Miller's Livingston Academy Wildcats: Brody Coffey, Wyatt Hargis, Cole Harris, Daniel Bilberry, and Tucker Miller. The starters for Upperman: Ty Cobb, Jack Torrance, Evan Huddleston, Braden Roberts, and Bronston Chaffin. Starters presented by our friends at Gary Maxwell Insurance. We appreciate them. We appreciate all of our sponsors for making it possible for us to be here. And most importantly, our presenting sponsors, presenting all of Livingston Academy basketball all season long, the Overton County Farm Bureau, and presenting Upperman basketball all season long, Nick's Restaurant. Nick's Restaurant's been family owned and operated for over 50 years in the Upper Cumberland. Make sure you see them on your next night out. Maybe you've got a team banquet. And once again, ice cream pie. I mean, come on.
You have to mention it every
time.
Yeah,
I have to. It's sensational.
It's great.
It's so good.
Is.
It is sensational. Waiting on the Bees starters to be introduced here in the building. Let us know in the comments section who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. We are live on the Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Twitter feed. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and like this stream. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like the stream, shared it to your pages, and comment along with us. Comment on YouTube as well. The comment section on YouTube is really lacking. We're starting to get more viewers there, but we need more comments on YouTube. And if you're watching on Twitter, make sure you retweet it to your pages. The band is here. The student sections are here for both schools. It feels like a Tuesday night in Baxter, and it's Livingston against Upperman. Another round of this storied rivalry set to be renewed here tonight. Once again, I'm Noah McKay, joined by Hallie Ledbetter and Madison McKay producing things. Let's have a lot of fun. The Lady Bees were victorious earlier on tonight by 9. The Bees trying to sweep it. Livingston trying to get even. Wyatt Hargis against Bronston Chaffin in the circle. And here we go. Lead official throws it up. Chaffin tips it ahead looking for Cobb, but Brody Coffey was able to tip it. And Brody Coffey will possess. Upperman was looking to try to get a quick hitter for an easy 2, but Coffey showed off the speed. The Bees go into a 2-3 as Bilbrey sends it over left side to Harris. Cole Harris fires a pass tipped out of play. First time facing off against Ty Cobb, his Livingston Academy. As he's kind of making the rounds here in his freshman season, the most highly touted freshman that I've ever seen here. A lot of people have been around here a lot longer. They've said the same thing. As Brody Coffey has it on the right side, he flips core across to Harris and in the corner, lining up the triple. It's up and it is good. A Twin Lakes tractor 3 for Daniel Bilbrey gets the scoring started for Livingston Academy.
You can see a lot of those Livingston boys were kind of hesitant to shoot the 3 because they know these Upperman boys are quick and they're long and they can block something like that.
Full court pressure for Livingston. They'll play a ton of that. Jack Torrance at the baseline fires the pass into no man's land. There's a turnover. It's exactly what Livingston wants to do. They want to speed you up and go 100 miles an hour all night long. Coffey with it on the right side. Brody Coffey looking at a little pressure. He's able to get it ahead to Harris. Harris lowers the shoulder. Pardon me, that was Hargis. Hargis goes back out. Now left side, Bilbrey. Bilbrey springs it around to the sharpshooting Tucker Miller. Right side, Coffey. Coffey picked up by Evan Huddleston. Now he spins inside, fires a fastball that goes off the left hand of Harris. And out of play, possession to the Bees. Or 1 minute and 7 seconds into the ball game.
You said we'll see a lot of fast break tonight, but I think we'll also see a lot of plays ran, them slowing down, trying to get, establishing those plays and get inside a little bit.
Into the front court, it goes to Jack Torrance. Now Huddleston with it. Ty Cobb comes out to possess and set up the offense. Cobb with a sleeve around his left calf. 6.5 to go. We're just getting started. Into Cobb, throws up the mid-range runner. No good. Got his own rebound. Put back block. Third chance. Left-handed. Over the back layup. Goes through for Ty Cobb. Now quickly ahead. Here comes Livingston. That one poked away by Roberts right into the waiting arms of Chaffin. Here's Torrance at a 1-point game. Left side, Cobb. Cobb back to Torrance. Torrance gives it into Chaffin. Chaffin back out. Tall task for Wyatt Hargis trying to defend Bronston Chaffin there as he roams the mid-range. Cobb from the corner gives back to Torrance. Torrance going to drive inside. He's knocked out of the air. No call. Hopefully he's okay. He's down and in some pain. Quickly ahead, here comes Livingston in transition. They'll finish the play. Bilbrey puts it in and now a stoppage as all eyes turn to Jack Torrance, who is still down after a very awkward fall there for Torrance. He's helped back to his feet by the trainers, and hopefully it's something he can just walk off. We saw in the first game Keely Mullins lead momentarily. She was able to come back in. Hope the same here for Jack Torrance as he's gingerly walking off, favoring one of his legs. 5:47 to go in the first quarter. It's 5-2. The 2 counts for Livingston, and we'll go the other way. Daniel Bilbrey with 5 points here in the first quarter. Back to action. Branson Turnbow into the game here. He was coming in quick succession anyway. That first man off the bench mainly for Upperman. And Turnbow sends it ahead to Chaffin as they set up in the half court. Fastball inside. Huddleston back out to Chaffin. Chaffin gives off to Ty Cobb. 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Livingston leads 5-2. Roberts with it. Roberts finds Huddleston. Huddleston back, Turnbow. Turnbow back across to Huddleston. Fires it into Cobb, who's wide open, and puts it in for 2.
Both of these teams kind of pride themselves in their passing. And, I say this a lot, but it's unselfish. It's very unselfish. They would rather get that wide open 3 or that wide open layup than take the shot themselves.
Flip pass ahead. Coffey able to save it as he goes into the bench. Now they give out Coffey. Now left side, 3-ball up. That one no good for Hargis. Skying up for the rebound is Ty Cobb. Cobb bounces it ahead to Roberts. Roberts with a defender giving chase Bilbrey. He gives off left side to Cobb. Cobb gives off to Turnbow. Now flipping inside. Chaffin goes up strong, too strong. Gets his own rebound to put back a foul. Bronston Chaffin and Lasagna Rao on the American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. It's 5-4 Livingston Academy. 4:35 to go in the first quarter. One of 4 doubleheaders happening over on UCR2. There's already been a big game in 7 AAA. Stone Memorial knocks off Sparta in girls action. Boys game set to get rolling as Chaffin's first free throw falls through and we are tied. Over on UCR3, a 7 single A matchup as Pickett County takes on Gordonsville, and on UCR4, Cookville against Smyrna. Chapin's second one gets the friendly roll in the home gym for him. 2 for 2. Breaking the press nicely ahead. Skying up as Harris throws it up with the left hand. No rebound down to Cobb. He already has several rebounds. And now Ty Cobb shrugging off the defender as he brings it up. Gives off to Huddleston. Back to Cobb. Lines up the deep 3. No good. Rebound to Roberts, though. And Braden Roberts spins inside and finishes for 2. A run developing here for the Bees as they're out in front 8-5. Back into the pressure. Livingston looking for the answer. Bilbrey. That one tipped out of play by Cobb. And he'll stay with Livingston. Checking into the game, Rocco Carwile. Remember early in the season, the first game of the year, hit the buzzer beater against Soddy Daisy. Seems like a long time ago. It was back in November. Here we are in January. Left side Miller, he gives in to Carwile. Carwile, little shot fake, back out. Tucker Miller, extra pass. Unselfish basketball. The 3 doesn't fall. Miller goes up, and now a fight for it. Branson Turnbow wrestles it away. Sends it to Huddleston. One-on-one with Carwile. Huddleston up. No good. Rebound swatted by Turnbow, and it'll go to Livingston. 3:42 to go in the first quarter. It's 8-5. Cam Bush checking in. Ty Cobb going to get a breather.
As we've seen, those don't last long for him.
No, they do not. He'll be out for a minute or two and right back in, if even that. Bounce over right side, Brody Coffey. Coffey gives off into the corner. Bilbrey, Daniel Bilbrey spins it over. Now into the corner he goes. Hargis has it swiped away by Turnbow, went right to Huddleston. Evan Huddleston working his way through traffic, ahead to Roberts. Roberts into the mid-range, kicks to Chaffin. Chaffin, extra pass to Bush. Lines up the 3, no good. Rebound tipped up by Roberts, right to Carwile. Here comes the pace of Livingston. Bilbrey in the front court. He gives off to Hargis. Turnbow there defensively. Back out Bilbrey. Bilbrey surveys the floor, now right side Hargis. Hargis gives in to Carwile. Carwile trying to work on Chaffin. Back out he goes. We're at a 3 to go in the first quarter. Bilbrey, nice feed to the outside. Miller for 3. Money. A Twin Lakes Tractor 3 for Tucker Miller, and we're tied up at 8.
Livingston has a lot of shooters out there right now. I think we'll see a bunch of 3s with these 5 out there.
Huddleston with it. Huddleston floats back. Left side, Bush. Bush gives in to Chaffin. Chaffin, a little shot fake inside, throws it up with the right hand. Good. Bronston Chaffin for 2.
That's a little mismatch. I think that the guards are doing a really good job finding Chaffin inside with the mismatch.
3 ball up. That's no good. Rebound down. Roberts with it. Roberts driving up, puts up the shot. No, and a foul is called. And Braden Roberts is going to go to the line to shoot 2. Pardon 1 second of silence as I got to tend to something happening on another stream, but Braden Roberts going to go to the line. So Wyatt Hargis got called for his second personal foul as the free throw is no good. Second one, in and out, no good. Now they go left side. Miller gives into the corner. Working out now. Miller going to line up the 3. That one no good. Looking for a second right there for the offensive rebound. Put back good for Daniel Bilbrey.
You won't see a lot of box outs, but you will see those boys getting up to get those rebounds.
Foul called against Brody Coffey. That's his first, team's third. Inbound pass here goes to Clayton Harris. Harris, reverse feed over to Cam Bush. Bush gets inside, throws up the runner. Good. Cam Bush for two. Again, apologies for the silence on the commentary. They're having an issue in Cookeville, and so trying to get that situated. And that one's tipped out of play by the Bees. Both Harris and Bush went up for it. 1:05 to go in the first. It's 12-10. In favor of the homestanding Bees. Coffey going to inbound. He gets it into the teeth of the defense. Little mid-range jumper. Good. Cole Harris. These two teams got shooters. And they're reigning at home right now, 12-12. Turnbow over to Bush. Bush gets it to Turnbow in the half court. Roberts wants it. He's open. He triggers it, and he hits it. Braden Roberts with a Sonya Brown with American Way Real Estate three.
We knew we'd see a few threes here tonight.
Carlisle lost handle on it, able to get it back. Upperman's fans wanted a travel. They're not going to get it as a timeout is called here by Coach Miller. 30-second timeout with 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's 15-12 in favor of the Bees. .2 seconds to go. It's 15-12. Out of the timeout, Livingston Academy basketball as they give off to Brody Coffey. Coffey, left side. Bilbrey. Probably content to hold for the final look, you would imagine, here in a one-possession game. Coffey and Bilbrey go back and forth. Upperman content to do that as well, as they're guaranteed to go into the second quarter with a lead or a tie game. Bilbrey right side, Coffey, 9 seconds. Coffey calling for help. That one knocked out of play by Huddleston. 6.1 seconds now here for Livingston. Coffey to inbound. Sends it into Carlisle. Carlisle back out. Bilbrey drives the lane, runs right into a brick wall known as Clayton Harris. No, this one would count if it goes. It does not. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. An exciting first in the books. After one, it's Upperman 15, Livingston 12. Coverage of this game is presented by Overton County Farm Bureau and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back as we enter the second quarter of play. Upperman leads 15-12 here over Livingston Academy, 7 AAA. Another matchup here. There's one happening over on UCR2 as Stone Memorial takes on White County in Sparta. The Warriors got a nice win. They rolled past DeKalb County on Friday night. Trip Pinion starting around into form a little bit. It's a young team, but I know with Eric Mitchell, they're going to be dangerous to some. We'll see if Stone takes care of business. That was going to be picked off, intercepted. Coming the other way, Cole Harris. Harris wiggles through traffic, looking inside. That one's stolen away by Branson Turnbow. Turnbow now through traffic in a foot race. Over to Cobb, who loads up and lays it in. And he is feeling something. He came down awkwardly on his leg, and you can see he's favoring it into the front court as we have a foul called on the floor on Upperman. And Ty Cobb is in some pain. He's trying to mask it. Not sure what it is, but when he landed, his gait changed. And it still is. He's feeling it. Now a little turnaround jumper inside for Hargis is good. Wyatt Hargis with his first basket.
He's another one of those players, gets those threes a lot, but he is really, really good at the free throw line.
That one up and good. Branson Turnbow with the finish. And that's his first points of the night. It's 19-14. Now here's Coffey. Shot put up and good on the other end. Both teams feeling it. Tucker Miller for two. Now Huddleston gives left side over to Roberts. Braden Roberts for three. Back and forth we go. Asanya Brown with a American Way Real Estate three for Braden Roberts, his second of the half. Here's Livingston on the other end. Shot inside. No, disrupted by Chaffin. Bilbrey on the attempt. Here's Cobb. He sends it ahead to Roberts. Roberts slams the brakes. Now reverses floor over to Chaffin. He finds Turnbow. Now Cobb. Roberts, and I think we got to hold in a moving screen. Yeah, hold on the screen as Huddleston is called for it. So this will send it the other way. Evan Huddleston called for his first personal, team second. Cam Bush back in. He's in for Turnbow, and Cobb is starting to move a little bit more normally out there after coming down awkwardly. Livingston looking to answer, trailing by 6. That one knocked away by Bush. Stays with Livingston. Once again, coverage of tonight's game presented by our friends at the Overton County Farm Bureau. Appreciate them for presenting all of Livingston Academy basketball this year. Our friends at Nick's Restaurant for presenting Upperman basketball. So we get the rare 2-for-1 special tonight. Bilbrey, 5:58 to go in the second. Coffey crosses over, now looks to spin it back. Long three lined up. That one no good. Rattle around, knocked out of play, and it's going to go to the Bees.
We do have a bunch of shooters out there right now. We knew it kind of go a little bit back and forth. It's just who can slow down and get those shots, or who is going to speed the other team up a little bit more.
Cam Bush on the other end sends it across. It was read the whole way by Harris, and he goes out of play. Possession stays with the Bees. Score updates: Pickett and Gordonsville tied up at 8 at the end of 1. Cookville leads 13-4. They had an incident there with one of the Smyrna players, and he had to be tended to medically. They're about to get back to action, I believe. They're on UCR 3 as Bronston Chaffin puts it in for 2 here. Back in front, Upperman goes by 8. They've stretched it to their largest lead of the night. Hargis trying to answer, no good. Rebound down. Carwile has it. Carwile gives back, extra feed to Hargis. Hargis, one dribble, pull-up jumper in the mid-range, loves that spot. Chaffin with the rebound. Stone leads Sparta 18-7 midway through the second. Last of the score updates there. During halftime here, we'll be joined by Dana McWilliams. Talk about the Lady Bees' big victory earlier on. Over to Cobb. Ty Cobb for 3. That one no good. Rebound down to Brody Coffey. Coffey fires that one ahead to Bilbrey. Bilbrey with that white headband, and that's a charge. Bronston Chaffin is a take charge artist. He gets to the spot, plants his feet, and it's going the other way. That's the first personal on Bilbrey. Branson Turnbow back in here for Cam Bush for Upperman. Upperman going to go much deeper into their bench than Livingston will in this game. Upperman will roll through 8 or 9 players. Livingston going to play probably 6, 7. But it's mainly the starting 5 plus Rocco Carwile who's going to get the run. Cobb with it. Cobb. Left side Roberts. Braden Roberts. He's feeling it, but that one too strong, no good. And he'll get the heckling from the student section. Ahead it goes to Rocco Carwile. Carwile back to Hargis. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. 8-point Upperman lead. Left side Miller. Now Coffey went through his hands, but he's able to possess. Driving in Coffee. He's able to kick it out. Daniel Bilbrey lines up the corner three. Good. A Twin Lakes tractor three for Bilbrey. He's got 10 points, and it's back to a 5-point game. Ahead, Roberts looking for the oop to Chaffin inside, slams the brakes, and one. Chaffin finishes. Hargis was just trying to get in the way, and Chaffin's hesitation leads to the three-point play opportunity. It goes to the Sonia Brown, American Way Real Estate free throw line. Checking back in here is Harris. He's in for Hargis. Clayton Harris is in on the other end. He's in for Huddleston.
Similar names.
Everywhere, both games. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, it's the UCR Coaches Show presented by Fire and Vine. Chaffin's free throw is no good. Thursday night, Hoops, Cookeville, and York. We'll be there for all the action from Cookeville. Jacob and I will have it for you. 3:50 to go in the second. Coffee gives left side Tucker Miller. Miller kicks into the corner, Bilbrey. Bilbrey fires a pass in Carwile. Carwile puts a little mid-range bunny. No rebound down to Cobb. He flips it ahead to Turnbow. Turnbow to Roberts. Upperman going quickly. Now they reset. Roberts into Chaffin. Chaffin lowers the shoulder. Goes up strong, too strong. No good. A rebound down to Carwile. Harris. Little hesitation spin, and a foul will be called on Turnbow on the floor. Second personal on Branson Turnbow. 3:21 to go in the second quarter. A 7-point Upperman lead as they've settled in just a little bit after a slow start. Livingston raced out to an early advantage. Home team has controlled the second so far, but it's certainly a long way from over. Right side, Harris. He's wide open. Got to trigger that one. Money. A Twin Lakes tractor three for Cole Harris, his first of the game, and it's a 4-point deficit now for Livingston.
It's definitely a bunch more threes in this game than the girls.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Turnbow bounces it in, looking for Harris. He wasn't ready for it, goes off his foot. Now pushing the floor is Bilbrey off the feed from Harris for the easy two.
There's not going to be a lot of people that can keep up with Daniel Bilbrey.
And just like that, a 5-0 burst for Livingston has them back within two, and they're back in it emotionally over there on the sideline as well. Been a while since Ty Cobb's taken a shot. He gives off to Cam Bush. Bush picks up his dribble, bouncing it in for Harris, who got the position, puts it up, no good, couldn't make it fall. Wonder how long it is till Bronston Chaffin returns to the scorer's table for Upperman.
Won't be long.
Feels like a safe bet. Harris floats back, checks towards Coach Miller. Now Tucker Miller left side. Bilbrey. Looking at this zone defense, sends in Carwile, and Harris going to get called for the foul. Clayton Harris, that is. That's the fourth team foul against the Bees, so Livingston with an opportunity to get to the line a little bit here in this frame. Miller inbounds it to Bilbrey. Bilbrey spins it back to Miller. Miller tries to slice through the defense, throws up the runner. Good. Tucker Miller with a nice finish, and it's a 7-0 Livingston Academy run to tie the game up at 26. Branson Turnbow has it. Evan Huddleston back to the table here for the Bees. As Turnbow picks up his dribble, sends it into Cobb. Turnaround mid-range jumper, good. I mentioned it's been a minute since Ty Cobb had taken a shot. He's got 8 points in the first half, and Chaffin also goes to the table for Upperman.
You can contest Ty's shot all you want, but he's going to get up above you. He really is.
Yeah, he's got that high vertical leap, and that mid-range, he's coming lethal. No-look feed from Bilbrey, but it's blocked by Cobb, and then he sends it ahead to Turnbow in transition. Turnbow spins inside. Turnbow for two, no. A little bit too quick. Here they come the other way. Speaking of quick, it's Tucker Miller. He weaves through traffic, and a block is the call. Cam Bush going to get called for the personal, and it's going to be a trip to the Birdies Lounge free throw line to shoot two. So Bush, that's his first personal. These are the first free throws for Livingston Academy. First one rattles home for Tucker Miller. So Huddleston and Chaffin in for Bush and Harris. Livingston back within a point, can tie it up with this free throw here from Miller. In and out, no good. Chaffin with another rebound, and he sends it to Turnbow, back to Cobb. 1:07 to go in the second, 28-27. Roberts, Turnbow, that pass dangerous. They get it into Cobb in the low block. Cobb, Turnbow, extra feed to Huddleston. Trying to get Chaffin inside. Carwild's doing a nice job shielding him off. 47 seconds. Turnbow. He gives off to Cobb. Cobb inside Turnbow. Bounces out Huddleston. Now to Cobb. Cobb steps through in the mid-range. Finger roll up. No. The putback. No. Chaffin there again. He's swiped away from him. Turnbow turnaround shot blocked away by Carwile. Here comes Livingston. Wasting no time. Daniel Bilberry. There's the call, and he's going to go to the line. .3 seconds to go. The two clocks are different in the gym. The one to our right says 26.9. The one to our left says 24.3. Madison has 24, so we're going to go with hers. And they're also pointing to the left, which says 24. So Madison's right. A little technical difficulties on the other one. That's a first. I haven't seen that one happen before.
I haven't either. I just assumed the clock just stopped working altogether.
Daniel Bilberry's going to go to the line. Birdie's Lounge free throw line once we get everything situated. Pickett County leads Gordonsville at the start of the third quarter, 18-14 on UCR 3. Over on UCR 2, Stone Memorial leads White County 23-16 at the break there. And now they've shut off the far scoreboard. They're going to reset it. And now it's back up to life, and we're ready to go. Sometimes you just got to turn it off and turn it back on again.
It usually works.
When we have technical difficulties, that's what we do a lot of times. Just shut it off and turn it back on. All right, here we go. So Bilberry to the line. He can give Livingston a lead for the first time in a while if he's able to make them both. Typically a very good free throw shooter. Flies away the first one, and yep, that's on me. The announcer jinx, and the first one's no good. I'm telling you, Hallie, it's real.
I told you, you did that to me a lot when I played.
No, I never said you were a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, because I kept missing.
I kid. As the second free throw is good, and we're tied up. Bilberry having a good first half. He's up to 13 points. 22 seconds, tie game. See if Upperman holds for the final look. I would expect them to. Cookeville leads 20-8 against Smyrna after one. That's on UCR 4. Cobb with the basketball here, 10 seconds to go in the second. 8 seconds. A little bit out of sorts. Cobb works off a ball screen left side. Cobb, mid-range jumper up and good. Ty Cobb gives the Bees a lead into the break as we head into halftime. It's Upperman 30, Livingston 28 in this important District 7 AAA matchup. We'll be joined by Dana McWilliams when we come back. Coverage of this game is presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Nick's Restaurant. You're watching it all on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Hone and develop your skills on the court with professional basketball player development from Legacy Athletics. Call 931-303-3356 or follow them on Instagram at legacy_athletics or on Twitter at jwinningham25 for more information today. Legacy Athletics, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Everything you need in a new home. This new construction open split bedroom plan in the Honeybrook subdivision has 1,560 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and features a tankless water heater, natural gas heat, and central air. And a new price of $304,900. Call Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145 or 931-526-9581.
Landers Trade, your home solution store at 250 East Stratton Avenue in Monterey. Landers Trade is your home for Milwaukee, Blackstone, and Rocky Boots. 250 East Stratton Avenue, Monterey, your home solution store.
The Crossroads Auction Group are the Upper Cumberland's auction experts. As a full-service auction company, they take your stress away every step of the way. Servicing the entire Upper Cumberland, the Crossroads Auction Group gets your property ready from cleanup, setup, picture taking, up to the auction and beyond. They handle all auctions from estates, residential, farms, land, commercial, and everything else. For more information, visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com or call 931-644-7149 today. The Crossroads Auction Group are proud sponsors of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Operation Rudolph is a go.
Go.
I see Rudolph! Light the runway! Santa's never gonna find us.
Oh, yes, he will.
Merry Christmas!
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. At the break, Upperman leads Livingston 30-28, trying to sweep the doubleheader because the Lady Bees victorious earlier on tonight, 47-38 against the Lady Wildcats. We're joined now by Lady Bee head coach Danny McWilliams. Coach, thank you as always for taking the time, get that second district win against Livingston. There's always a little bit of energy in the gym. As a whole, how did you assess how the girls played today?
I was really proud of them. I thought they played pretty well pretty much throughout the game. I thought defensively we were a little better tonight. We kind of had a little bit better mindset on the defensive end, I thought, than we've had. But, you know, I'm just really proud of them. I knew it was going to be a great game, and it was.
You know, you mentioned the defense. Midway through the second quarter, Livingston had scored 4 points, and I felt like they weren't able to get many good looks because of the defense that you were playing. And you had mixed it up, wasn't just in the zone. You go into man-to-man a little bit. What was the key for your girls to be able to get that effectiveness on the defensive end, especially early tonight?
Well, you know, we know, got a lot of respect for them and their team and their players. So we tried to have the best scout that we could and put them in pretty good positions. And they did well. You know, they were in the right spots where we asked them to be and did the things. I thought we rebounded the ball well tonight, and just overall, you know, I thought they were really locked in.
Another good performance for Taylor with the 16 points, but I thought for the games I saw, I missed her 18-point or 19-point game in Greenville, but I thought Gracie Butler played really well tonight. How good was that for you guys to see as a staff and just to see the impact that she could have with the various skill sets that she possesses?
Well, you know, Gracie's a special player. You know, she's had some up and down games this year, but that's to be expected. That's any player, you know, and it was nice to see her. I thought she had a really complete game tonight. Actually, I thought she and Taylor both had a really complete game. I thought on the offensive end, defensive end, they both did well. It was, you know, I just go down the line. I could tell you, I thought everybody played well. You know, it was really, I thought we got some really huge, important minutes at the end from Ava.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think Ava May did really well tonight. I was, you know, proud of her. Bella Mullins continuing to just do her thing and keep going. So, you know, but I mean, it's a team effort for us for sure. You know, I thought Bella Stiles did a great job on the defensive end. I thought Gracie Hamilton made some big plays. You know, just I go back through and I can see everybody like, yeah, it was kind of what you said to begin with, just a really complete game for much.
Yeah, you're getting back into this Tuesday, Friday district play. It's your first Tuesday district game. Do you sense that routine starting to form now that school's back in? Hopefully, and is this an important week for getting that down of what it feels like to go from Tuesday and Friday playing these district games, which there's no nights off, as we've learned quickly in 7 AAA.
For sure. You know, we talked about that a little bit on the last game.
Yeah.
I think it's probably more important for the coaches than it is for the players. I think they're fine. I think they do whatever, because when you get to tournament time, you know, there's not much routine to that. You know, well, there's a little routine, but it's not Tuesday, Friday. Yeah. So, you know, you just got to be ready to play whenever the time is. And, you know, most kids, they love game day anyway, so it won't matter what day they play.
One more player here that we didn't talk about and only 2 points, but I thought she had a really good game. I thought Bella Stiles had a really good game tonight.
I thought Bella played well tonight.
What is she giving you out there? Because maybe it's not the scoring, but her size is kind of different out there from the rest of your team.
Yeah, she's really taken on a role to really help us on the defensive end, and she works so hard defensively. And, you know, she can help us handle the ball. She handles the ball well. she does a lot of little things that don't show up all the time, and it's not just about scoring. Of course, you've been with my team long enough to know that we could care less who scores.
Right.
We really don't care. We really don't care. Like I thought Sadie South played well tonight. She only got a couple looks, but she's had some games that she's been a difference maker for us. I think that's one of the things that for us. I thought Cora came in and gave us some good minutes tonight too. I think we have some options, and I think they're just kind of stepping into their roles a little bit, and that's kind of typical what we do, I guess. I don't know, but we're really proud of all of them. But I think Villasol. I can't really say anybody struggled tonight. I thought everybody played pretty well.
Absolutely. Well, it doesn't get much easier on Friday night. DeKalb County comes to town. We'll be here for it, Coach. Good luck preparing for that one. Congratulations on your win tonight. Thank you.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Aspen Drive in Cookeville. Featuring a split bedroom floor plan, new carpet, beautiful yard, and deck, you'll fall in love with this home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is also home to the UCR Coaches Show on Tuesday nights. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Our thanks to Coach McCoy joining us there during the Happy Heller halftime show, and we got a clock issue. We just ripped that Band-Aid off again. Let's go ahead and start it with a clock issue.
Has to happen at least once.
Well, this is what I said. It happened once during football season. Everyone gets mad in the gym. Once the stuff starts malfunctioning, buckle up because there's not a lot you can do about it down there, but they're going to do their best with it. Upperman leads narrowly by 2 with its Livingston Academy basketball. I'm Noah McKay. She's Hallie Ledbetter, the lovely Madison McKay, producing things for us this evening. Which is why we got the clock on the screen. We got a real producer in here. As Harris drives and kicks out, 3-ball up, and good. Livingston leads. Tucker Miller splashes home the Twin Lakes Tractor 3. Buckle your seatbelts. It's Upperman Livingston, and it's a close game. We're going to have some fun in the next 16 minutes of game time. As Cobb has it. Ty Cobb surveys the floor. He gives off left side to Braden Roberts. Roberts looking at this set here for Livingston. Now to Turnbow. Driving in, Ty Cobb, a great feed from Huddleston, and Ty Cobb has 12 points tonight. He finishes inside.
The guards are doing a really good job getting the ball inside or taking it in themselves.
Miller kicks over right side to Bilbrey. He's feeling it, leading the game in scoring, but that one won't fall. He had 13 points in the first half. Here comes Huddleston. 2-point lead for the Bees. Roberts back to Huddleston. The quickness of Livingston really jumps out at you in the gym, and if you're watching online, I'm sure. Chaffin inside. Cross paint pass to Huddleston. Puts it in. Contested lay against Harris, and Evan Huddleston's on the board. Now on the other end, they're working around right wing side. Now back to the top of the key. Left side, Brody Coffey. Coffey puts the dribble down, now kicks back. Bounce pass out. Wide Hargis. Hargis surveys the floor, now sends off right side, Tucker Miller. Miller, left side, Brody Coffey. Coffey now into the baseline, out into the corner. Bilbrey lost handle on it, bounced it off his knee, able to get it back. Now Coffey. Now a little turnaround shot, Hargis. He's so good in the mid-range, and he finishes there for two.
Kind of reminds me of Ty Cobb a little bit with his vertical. He's able to get up and get it over everyone's hands.
Yeah, when Cobb first started playing this year, that's the kind of comparison we draw in the mid-range. It's almost a lost art, but out for those two. Now that's a great feed from Chaffin to Turnbow. Deja vu. He lays it in for two. If you're a football fan, you recognize that one. Chaffin to Turnbow. And now we've got a whistle. And I'm not quite sure what it's for. And I think Daniel Bilbrey's been escorted off. I wonder if there's blood potentially or what the check is. Wow. Score update over on UCR2. Stone Memorial and Sparta are tied up at 25 midway through the third quarter.
A lot of good basketball tonight.
There's a lot of good basketball tonight. 7 AAA is
it's not even Friday.
Every given night. Tucker Miller with the basketball. 5:35 to go and counting here in the third. We got a good game here. 3-point Upperman lead on their home floor. Livingston trying to do what really they've had more success doing than nearly anybody else, which is win in this building. Rocco Carwile, one dribble, gives back to Brody Coffey. Coffey tries to turn on Cobb. Forced back out now, left side, Hargis. Hargis has that complete game. He's got the size to go inside, can float back out. Now Cole Harris with a nice step through finger roll finish.
All of these boys are very long. They may be a little shorter, but they are, they got long legs or long arms. They can get in there and get that shot.
Turnbow bounces to Huddleston. Right side, Roberts. He triggers the three. Good. Brandon Roberts for the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate three. 11 tonight for Braden Roberts. 3 triples. 4:48 to go in the third quarter. Upperman back out in front by 4. They've led by as many as 7. Now that one nearly stolen. Carwile able to get it back. Carwile loads up, drives it on Chaffin, throws up the shot, no. Rebounded by Bronston. Chaffin numbers if they hurry for the Bees. Roberts sends it over to Cobb. He wants it. He has it. He hits it. No good. Rebound tipped up off the backboard right to Hargis. Left side. Now Coach Miller gives the new play call, and Harris will set up at the center court B logo. Brody Coffey, he gives back now to Miller. Miller back to Hargis, right side Harris. Harris going to drive free throw line. Now he spins it back into the corner. Little head fake. Brody Coffey. Now Tucker Miller with it. We're past the midway point of this third quarter. Miller thought about the long three. Now puts the dribble down, explodes inside, and that is swatted with authority. Bronston Chaffin rejects that shot. It stays with Livingston, but that gets the student section's attention. Doing his best Hallie Ledbetter impression right there.
Except I'd get a foul on that
one.
Oh,
okay.
Mine wouldn't be all ball.
Into the corner. Bilbrey, he kicks back. Daniel Bilbrey with it again. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. Miller with it right side. Bronston Chaffin, 6'4", 210 plus pounds. He can get up.
You're not going to get much past him.
Left side, Brody Coffey. Now Hargis. Hargis off to Bilbrey. The Upperman bench chanting defense. Bilbrey right side. Long possession here for Livingston. Coffey back out to Miller. Now Hargis lines up the three, in and out, no good. Chaffin with another rebound. He's working on a double-double. Ahead, here comes Roberts. Roberts has these, now accelerates, Euros through. Braden Roberts, that is silky smooth for 2.
That was a good move. Really good move.
He get that hesitation at the top of the key. Euro step through, got the contested shot, made it fall, and a timeout called by Coach Miller with a 41-35 score. 2:47 to go in the third. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back.
From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 2:47 to go in the third quarter. Upperman leads 41-35. White County, last updated over on UCR2, still led Stone Memorial. We're going to glance over at that one. It is 34-30. Stone leading Sparta right now. Jacob and Chase handling the action there. We'll keep you updated on it as we go. I'm going 2 for 1. I'm watching them both. Kick out pass. Now floating it inside out. Nice feed, but Miller forced to put the dribble down. Bilbrey fires the pass, tipped it, intercepted. Bronston Chaffin picks it off. Now Ty Cobb, full court pass over to Huddleston. Huddleston throws it up, blocked, gets it back, and Huddleston going to recycle it back into the corner. Flip into Turnbow, over to Chaffin. Chaffin forced back out to Roberts. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Bees lead by 6. Now Cobb has it. He gives left side Roberts. Roberts fires it away. Back to Ty Cobb. Cobb relatively quiet scoring. Braden Roberts has not been, but that one's no good. Rebound down to Tucker Miller. Miller with a ton of speed, blazing ahead. That one tipped out of play by Roberts. And Roberts has 13 points. Cobb with 12. 13 points for Daniel Bilwery, but he's been held scoreless so far here in the third. Rocco Carwile back in for the Wildcats. Clayton Harris going to spell Bronston Chaffin here for the Bees. 1:51 to go as we get back to action. Into the corner. Now bouncing into the low block, Carwile. Turnaround shot up and no good. Rebound fought for. It's tipped down to Huddleston. Now he gets it to Cobb. 1:35 to go. Cobb with the defense pressuring. Roberts now back to Cobb. Cobb over to Huddleston. Huddleston to Turnbow in the corner. Turnbow, now Huddleston into Cobb. Turnaround mid-range jumper, good for Ty Cobb.
We compared him to Wyatt Hargis there too. They're both really, really dominating in that spot.
Yeah, that mid-range turnaround jumper lethal for Ty Cobb. Now on the other end, Livingston all of a sudden finds themselves down by 8 and in need of a bucket as the offense has slowed down significantly. Baseline drive and a foul for a hand check as Roberts got in there a little bit aggressively. That's the first foul of the quarter. They're letting them play. No problem with that.
Not been many fouls this game.
1:02 to go in the third. Two good basketball teams. Let's let them decide it. They're doing just that. Cam Bush going to check in. Tied up at 36 at the end of the third quarter on UCR2 between Stone and Sparta. Harris gets it into Miller. 1 minute to go in the third. Carwile, Rocco Carwile, able to flip it over right side to Bilbrey. Lines up the three, no good. Rebound down. Harris tipped it, and we got a foul. It's going on Livingston. See if it's on Carwile or Miller. It's going to go on Carwile. That's his first, team's first. Yeah, nobody really sniffing foul trouble for either team. 50.4 seconds to go in the third. The Bees opened up a 43-35 advantage. Cobb looking at a full court pressure look. Gets it to Huddleston, now Harris. Harris finds Cobb. Cobb reverses floor to Roberts. He lines up the three, wide left, no. Rebound down. Carwile has it knocked out of his hands by Harris. Now Ty Cobb lines up the triple. That's no good. Rebound tipped down. Wyatt Hargis comes away, and he traveled. Possession going to stay with the Bees as Bronston Chaffin goes to the table. He's checking in for Harris. 28.8 seconds to go in the third. Livingston in the quarter has been outscored 15-5. Strong third quarter here. You can tell the plans changed just a little bit for the Bees as they've slowed things down, and it's worked. Long way to go still, though, as we're not even to the final frame. Roberts. It'll get late in a hurry, though. Bush, 15 seconds, gives to Cobb. Cobb gets a screen from Harris, who stayed in. Cobb driving inside, little baseline feed to Roberts, who is fouled, and Braden Roberts is going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot two. I think this one's going to go on Carlisle. It will. That's his second personal, second team foul. Malcolm Carlisle, Braden Roberts at the line. We're going to get some defensive subs in here for the Bees as Colton Johnson, Branson Turnbow, and Evan Huddleston are all at the table. First free throw is good for Roberts, and the Bees have their largest lead of the night.
Both teams are doing a really good job finding those open lanes and getting inside for those layups. There's not been a lot of fouls called tonight, but there could have been. They're getting a lot of shots inside.
Next one for Roberts. Flies it away, and it gets the roll. 2 for 2 for Braden Roberts. 5 seconds left for Livingston. Going to chuck it up a little bit early in the count. Bilbrey couldn't save it in. 0.6 seconds to go. I don't think they were sure of how much time they still had there. No real time for Upperman outside of a heave. 0.6 seconds on the clock. Turnbow will put it up. This wouldn't count, but we'll check it anyway. Misses wide left. And that brings us to the end of a strong third quarter for the home team. 1 frame to go. After 3, it's Upperman 45, Livingston 35. Coverage of this game is presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Steel Technologies has been part of the Rutherford County community for over 35 years. Their plants in Murfreesboro and Smyrna include over 150 teammates who process coils, metal sheets, and planks for customers across North America. Steel Tech's Smyrna and Murfreesboro plants are expanding, and they need teammates to join their team. With openings including machine and forklift operators, truck drivers, and more, they have the position for you with competitive wages and monthly bonus opportunities. For more information and to apply online, scan the QR code on your screen now. Steel Tech is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Steel Tech. Faith, family, Steel Tech.
Welcome back as we enter this fourth and final quarter here in the second half of our doubleheader. Upperman trying to sweep the doubleheader, and they lead Livingston 45-35. The Bees outscored the Wildcats 17-5 in the quarter as they've opened up this lead, but Livingston can score in a hurry. They'll need to if they want to come back and win. Upperman looking for their first district win and wipe the bad taste of their mouths out of that Stone game. Speaking of Stone, they're down by 6, 42-36 over on UCR2 in the fourth quarter. Ty Cobb turnaround shot, no right there. Cam Bush with a rebound. He kicks out to Roberts. Now Huddleston wide open from the top of the key. Good. Evan Huddleston with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. And Upperman's lead is way out in front now by 13. There's a turnover. The steal for the Bees ahead to Ty Cobb. Cobb looking inside to Chapin. One-hand grab. Kicks out. Huddleston again. Now from the corner. No good. And Roberts knocks it out of play. Livingston gets the ball back, but they're a little bit out of sorts right now, Hallie.
There's a lot that's going on right now. A lot. They're getting a little hurried, I think, Livingston, as I think they're trying to get those points. They have 7 minutes, 20 seconds. I think that, they could possibly take a little bit of time, run some plays, get a few wide open shots.
Brody Coffey working through. He kicks out to Bilbrey. Daniel Bilbrey had 13 points in the first half, but none in the third quarter. Carlisle forced back out Hargis. Nice shot fake. Mid-range pull-up jumper. Good. Wyatt Hargis slows the bleeding for now for Livingston. He's got 6 points tonight. And Upperman's lead is 11 with 7 minutes to go.
I think he has 6 points all in the same spot.
And now we've got a stoppage. Is it 10 seconds?
That's what they called, I think.
All right. 6:52 to go. Coach McWilliams wanted a timeout. He's saying they're not going to give him one. 6:52 to go, a break for Livingston. To be honest, I didn't check what time it was when they went back to on that possession. Coffey going to line up the three. That one no good, rebounded by Cobb. Cobb eyes up, sends it ahead to Huddleston. Huddleston tip pass to Cam Bush, who puts it in, and the and one. Tic-tac-toe, Cobb to Huddleston to Bush, who finishes and will go to the line.
Those are the best plays. The ball never touches the ground.
So Cam Bush, the senior, at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to try to complete a three-point play and give Upperman a 14-point advantage. Free throw no good, rebound down. And now Huddleston gets in there and a foul will be called against him. Second personal on Huddleston, first team foul against the Bees. Livingston looking for a spark, Upperman looking for the finishing blow. Ahead Coffee, he finds Hargis. Hargis skies up in the mid-range, good. Wyatt Hargis with a nice two. They're getting him to his spot right now, and he's making no mistake. Cobb behind the back. Now he punches it ahead to Huddleston. Over to Roberts. Now into Chaffin. One dribble, Chaffin goes up and he is fouled. Bronston Chaffin will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot two.
I think Upperman has a little bit more size on Livingston tonight.
Yep.
Livingston doesn't really have a true post in, so it's kind of hard to guard someone like Bronson Chaffin who really stays inside 24/7.
Yeah, and Upperman's bigs are taking it personally after what Brady Lane did to him last week, and they've got a little chip on their shoulder tonight. First one falls through for Chaffin. He's got 9 points in the game. He's got a bunch of rebounds as well. Chaffin lines up the second one, and it is good. 2 for 2 for the sophomore Bronston Chaffin. Cole Harris going to check back in. He's in for Rocco Carwile. The Bees lead by 13 with 6:14 to go. Sparta's lead over Stone is up to 8 over on UCR2. Now driving inside, Harris throws up the shot, and a foul is caught on Chaffin as he swiped down, didn't get the ball. So a trip to the line, the Birdies Lounge free throw line, where Livingston has not been very often tonight. Cole Harris will go there to shoot two.
That was more like my block shot right there.
There you go. First free throw is up and no good. Misses wide right. I bet Roy Sewell Gymnasium is loud right now in White
When
County.
is it not?
True, fair point. But I bet it's especially loud right now. And now Upperman getting the sub situated. No, they cycled him a bunch of times. Turnbow's got to come out. Yeah, it's Cam Bush who's supposed to be coming out of the game, and that's where the miscommunication kept coming from. So they did a good do-si-do a few times around before we got situated. Free throw is up and no good. In and out. 0 for 2. Chaffin with a rebound. Yeah, he's firmly on double-double watch right now. Ahead, Roberts sends it across, that pass tip, but Chaffin came flying in and sent it over to Turnbow. Out of nowhere comes Bronston Chaffin, and Turnbow buries it. Daniel Bilbrey on the other end. That one no good. Rebound tipped around right to Harris, who puts it up and in for two.
Add some assists to his double-double as well.
Yeah, that was a crazy play for Chaffin. That one dangerous, and it's intercepted. Brody Coffey picks it off. Livingston trying to go on a run. Coffey puts it up and in for two. Just like that, a quick 4-0 burst has Livingston within 11. Full court pass ahead to Roberts. Roberts back to Turnbow. Upperman had success slowing things down. Livingston wants to speed them back up again. Turnbow puts it between the legs to reset that count. And now Chaffin with it at the top of the circle. Chaffin can wait for 5 minutes if he wants to. Now Roberts to Huddleston. Cobb, and that's a moving screen going to be called on Braden Roberts. Possession goes back the other way. A couple of turnovers in a row here for the Bees. Leaves the door open for Livingston.
Upperman's defense is doing a good job tonight not bailing Livingston out. When they're in there getting those layups they know they're going to make, they're not trying to foul.
Bounce pass out, now driving in Coffey. Coffey kicks back now Miller. Miller going to drive inside, Bilbrey swatted from behind. Cobb knocks it away. It's a block party for the Bees. 4:39 to go in the game. 54-43 our score. Daniel Bilbrey trying to get it rolling. Kicks out left side to Miller. Tucker Miller lines up the three. No. Rebound down to Huddleston. He punches it ahead to Cobb. Cobb shielding off the defender. Ty Cobb with the left hand. Good. Now ahead goes to Bilbrey. Bilbrey with a bunch of speed. He slices inside, throws it up and in for two.
They know better to throw it up a little early over Bronson.
11-point game with 4:15 to go. Dangerous pass sent into the first row. Possession back the other way, and Bobby McWilliams wants to talk about things as he calls timeout with 4:12 to go and an 11-point game. The Bees focused on a four-quarter effort tonight. Coach McWilliams said it earlier. Full timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Don't go anywhere.
Get your new year started in your new ride. With a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, including the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax and Silverado, Frontier Chevy is ready to get you into your next vehicle. View inventory online at www.kcchevy.com or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Frontier Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. 4:12 to go in the fourth quarter. It's an 11-point Upperman lead, Livingston Academy basketball. I'm Noah McKay. She's Hallie Ledbetter. Madison McKay producing things for us. Happy you're with us on a Tuesday night. Join us tomorrow night, 6 o'clock from the UCR studios. The UCR Coaches Show presented by Fire and Vine will unveil the next UC Top 5. And on Thursday night, Cookeville against York. Live on the main page, YouTube channel, and Twitter feed. Friday, 5 games to choose from. Saturday, 2. Kick out pass here. Harris lines up the three. No. Rebounded by Cam Bush. Bush gets it over to Roberts. Huddleston with it. Now Cobb. Pass ahead. Cobb able to get it across the line. Now Chaffin. Chase from behind. Bronston. Chaffin decisively puts it up and in. Now Harris on the other end looking for the quick answer. Left-handed lay-in. No. Another rebound for Bronston. Chaffin. Chaffin. Football throws it ahead to Roberts. Over to Cobb. 2-on-1. Cobb to Bush. Bush thinks about it and gives out instead to Roberts. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Chaffin with it. And flips it underhand over to Ty Cobb. Cobb works away from the double team. Now back out to Bush. Now Roberts. Huddleston with room to operate. Throws up the runner. No. Too strong. Rebound down. Livingston knows they need a quick bucket. Coffey. Jump stop, throws up the runner, no. Rebound tipped up into the air, fight for it, diving on the floor. We got a foul called. Who's it against? It's going on Cam Bush and the Bees. It's his second, team's fourth, so next one sends LA to the line. Inbounds coming here from the baseline. They flip it up. That one nearly intercepted. It was tipped by Turnbow. Now it's a foot race for it. Tucker Miller has it in the backcourt. Miller runs into Roberts. And this is going to be 2 free throws upcoming here for Tucker Miller as Braden Roberts is called for his third personal. So to the Birdies Lounge free throw line goes Tucker Miller. And for Livingston, this is their dream scenario. It's their dream scenario. And it's actually Braden Roberts' fourth. My apologies. But the dream scenario, because the clock is stopped and you're able to cut into the deficit a little bit. Miller gets the first. And the fourth on Roberts, so he'll have to be very careful, and that actually sends Cam Bush to the table. Miller's second one won't fall. Chaffin gets the rebound. Now Cobb. Cobb steps through the double team. Chaffin able to get it over to Huddleston. Right side Roberts. Roberts drives inside. The block is called, and Braden Roberts is going to go to the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. And then Cam Bush will check in for him.
That was a close one for him. If they would have called that a charge, that would have been his 5th foul.
Under 2 minutes to go over on UCR2. Sparta's lead over Stone is at 49-43, and they have another free throw upcoming there. Here, it's a 12-point lead for the Bees, make it 13 as Roberts' first rattles home. Second one for Braden Roberts. That one good as well, 2 for 2. He's out of the game with 4 fouls with 17 points. Stick around post-game while the Livingston Regional Hospital post-game show. We'll go through the scoring and, of course, have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. Brody Coffey slices in, runs into Chaffin. It's lost. Huddleston fired a fastball off of Cam Bush. Now a little runner thrown up and good for Daniel Bilbrey. Chaotic sequence ends with 2 for Livingston. And now Turnbow sends it across as they break the 10-second clock. Chaffin over to Huddleston. He gets back to Cobb. 2:23 to go. Little 4 corners perhaps here. Turnbow with it. Here comes the double team. Gets it over to Bush. Bush, flip pass back across Huddleston. Now Turnbow over to Bush. Bush to Chaffin. 2:09 to go. Chaffin. Little bump, no problem. Back out to Cobb. Cobb picks up his dribble. Now sends it over to Huddleston. Now Chaffin. Backdoor looking for Bush. It was tipped out of play. Stays with the Bees. 1:55 to go in the ball game. 12-point Upperman lead. Livingston's running out of time here on the road as Upperman tries to get their first district win. Cobb surveys the floor in the inbound, sends it all the way up to Huddleston. Now Turnbow. Bilbrey goes to close out. Huddleston. Chaffin. Now Cobb with it. Yeah, there's a foul. Livingston had one more to give. It goes on Daniel Bilbrey. Just his second personal. Braden Roberts going to check in here for this offensive possession. It's coming in for Bronsden. Chaffin. More free throw shooters on the floor right now if you're the Upperman Bees. Huddleston able to get it to Cobb. Ty Cobb picks up his dribble back to Huddleston. Cobb with it. Bilbrey steps up to defend. Cobb behind the back. Bilbrey active hands defensively, and there's the foul. Bilbrey got a hold of him. Third personal on Daniel Bilbrey, and Ty Cobb will go to the Sonia Brown, the American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Now it's a free throw shooting contest for the Bees. Chaffin about to check back in for his defense. First free throw up and no good off the front of the rim for a normally ice water free throw shooter in Ty Cobb.
Don't jinx him.
Well, he already missed it, so I can't reverse jinx him.
Well, maybe you said something.
I didn't say anything that time. That one is firmly not on me.
You thought it.
Second one falls through for Cobb. He's got 17 points tonight. Livingston's going to have to put up some threes. Coffey with it. Sends it in. Turnaround shot for Hargis. That went in and out. No good. Another rebound for Bronsden Chaffin. Braden Roberts with it. He gives off to Turnbow. Turnbow waits. Here comes the pressure. Now Cobb with it. Got to get it across the line. They do to Roberts. Now back to Turnbow. He lost handle on it. We got a fight on the floor. Bodies diving everywhere. Still loose ball. Livingston comes away with it. Timeout called by Jimmy Miller with 1:10 to go in a 13-point game. See if it's a full or a 30. It's a full timeout. Last one that we will take as well. 1:10 to go in the ball game. Upperman trying to close out an impressive district victory. Don't go anywhere.
Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookville, Delicious Pan and hand-toss pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. Score update. They are final over on UCR 3. Pickett County sweeps Gordonsville tonight. Pickett County victorious 50-43. They will be back in action on Friday night when they welcome in Red Bowling Springs. Of course, on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network, because we have every Pickett County game on our pages. 1:10 to go in the ball game here. We have every Livingston game and every Upperman game as well. Rolling forward now. Right side, Brody Coffey. Coffey gives off into the corner. Now back to him, Coffey. Spinning through the lane, throws up the shot with the right hand. No rebound, tipped around, goes out of play. Where's it going? It's going to Upperman. 57.4. Livingston at this point, Hallie doesn't have to foul. We'll see if they do. This one's probably over as the start the buses chant.
Knowing them, they'll fight till the very,
well, and you
very
can definitely
end.
fight and try to force some turnovers, but you don't need to intentionally foul. They can if they want to. As Roberts has it. Roberts Pivots a couple of times, able to get it over to Bush. Cam Bush, they will foul. Harris going to be called for that one, and Cam Bush is going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2.
Pretty consistently been the same 5 in for both teams this entire game, and they have played hard basketball tonight.
First free throw for Cam Bush is good. Next one, no good. Rebound tipped. Roberts tipped it to himself. Roberts, now he sends it out to Turnbow. Turnbow over to Bush. See if they foul again or not. 40 seconds. Cobb with it. He gives in to Chaffin. Chaffin back out to Cobb. Cobb steps through. Coach Miller says don't foul. Cobb back over to Roberts. Roberts, 27 seconds. Turnbow, now they will foul Turnbow. They were targeting who they wanted to foul. Branson Turnbow to the line, but this one's over but the buzzer. 25.7 seconds. Branson Turnbow to the line. Over on UCR2, Stones making it interesting. Sparta's at the line. In the final minute, they lead 52-48. Now they lead by 5 as the first free throw here for Branson Turnbow rattles home. Next one for Turnbow. Good. 2 for 2 for Branson Turnbow. Evan Huddleston going to check in for him. 25.7 seconds to go. And kind of similarly to the game we saw on Friday night between Upperman and Stone, this one getting a little bit more lopsided because of the free throws. Pretty hard-fought game, but a strong second half for the Bees. It's almost the inverse of that game we saw on Friday. Into the corner, 3 ball up. That one no good. The rebound down. And the remix Hog-Eye chant raining out from the student section. Huddleston with it, gives off to Cobb. 7 seconds. Coach Miller says no, and that will do it. Final score, Upperman 64, Livingston 48. Upperman sweeps the doubleheader over Livingston, and the Bees get their first district win of the season. We welcome you into the Livingston Regional Hospital postgame show. Livingston Regional, your hometown hospital. Scoring from the game is as follows. As I rattle it off quickly here. And of course, these are unofficial numbers. It was kept by me while calling the game. For Livingston Academy, 17 points for Daniel Bilberry, 12 for Tucker Miller, 9 for Cole Harris, 8 for Wyatt Hargis, and 2 for Brody Coffey, for a team total of 48. For the Upperman Bees tonight, 17 points apiece for Ty Cobb and Braden Roberts, 8 for Branson Turnbow, 12 for Bronson Chaffin to go along with a ton of rebounds, 5 points apiece for Evan Huddleston and Cam Bush for a team total of 64. It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Hallie, you got 3 choices as far as I'm concerned tonight. Who's it going to?
I'm going to choose Bronson Chaffin.
Love it.
I think that, he had a widespread of statistics tonight. He had the points, he had the rebounds, he had assists, and he had a bunch of blocks too. So I think that, I'm going to sympathize with him because I was one of those players that tried to get all those stats as well. I tried to get up there as well, and I think I'm going to get it.
Absolutely. If he didn't have a double-double, he got very close. Bronson Chaffin, the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. And by the way, as they're about to go final, it appears over on 2. 2 games into the district, Slayton 7 AAA. How about the parity? Nobody's undefeated in the district. Because Sparta, that's a lie, I lied. Sparta's going to be undefeated in the district, which means the White County Warriors are going to be all alone in first place 2 games into the district slate. Who had that one on your bingo card? Eric Mitchell and that group are doing a really good job. We'll see how it bears out. There's a lot of basketball still to be played. Thank you so much for spending part of your Tuesday night with us. Don't forget, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, it's the UCR Coaches Show presented by Fire and Vine. On Thursday night, 6 o'clock tip-off in the girls' game as Cookeville takes on York. I'll be there alongside Jacob Benson. On Friday night, we've got 5 doubleheaders to choose from. On the main page, it'll be Cumberland County against White County. On UCR2, Livingston Academy at Stone Memorial. On UCR3, DeKalb County at Upperman. On UCR4, Red Bowling Springs at Pickett County. And on UCR5, Cookeville at Wilson Central. We'll round it out on Saturday. York Dragonettes basketball in the afternoon, and Upperman at home in a doubleheader, or in a boys-only game, I should say, on Saturday night. Upperman sweeps the doubleheader. The girls victorious earlier, 47-38. The Bees defeat the Wildcats 64-48 in the second half of our games. I'm Noah McKay for Hallie Ledbetter to my left, Madison McKay on camera, and everybody at UCR. By the way, Gooster's here tonight. Content to come to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Have a great night, everybody.